Pee through a fence?
What?
Yeah.
That must take some talent.
That must take talent.
It was crazy. I was like, "What are you doing?" I gotta go to the bathroom.
That
They won't
night?
let me in. Hi, YouTube. How you doing?
Greetings, YouTube.
Hey, which one of y'all peed through a fence?
The one that.
Peed over here? Yeah, she's notorious. Worldwide.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Don't say anything.
I'm not gonna say
Trip
anything.
sixes. Oh, I can't do Watauga anymore. With the trip sixes.
What's a Las Colinas?
Man, LC? I don't know, man. Like a.
Los Cabos.
You gotta
don't
do
know.
it. Yeah, there you go.
Los
There
Caparradas.
you go. How'd you do that? Like,
Takes talent.
like this?
You got to be from the streets, because I was. Hurst Bolio.
Hearst Bowl. Oh yeah, what was the next
Hey,
word? Skate Town.
if I do show
Yeah,
up
Skate
tomorrow,
Town.
we're going up there and we're just gonna be like, let's just flash a bunch of gang signs.
No. No.
I'm
All
wearing
right.
a tux.
You already do that? You already do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready to do
Sure.
something?
Not the gang signs.
Yeah, which song are you gonna play, Dustin?
We already decided that, okay?
Okay.
I trust them.
Yeah.
I sent them. I sent them 3 files.
Well, you know what? We
3 songs.
decide.
Okay, it's your show.
I sent them. The
We
whole
didn't
thing.
use
It's
any of
fine.
them.
Cool.
The ones you
We were
sent
stirred.
sucked.
Are we gonna start hearing?
We were stirred straight. I mean,
please-
steered straight.
Are we gonna listen to
Steered.
Witch Doctor
Scared
by the
straight.
Chipmunks? Then
No, they're gonna play something by Rage.
that's what it is.
Rage?
Oh,
That'd be weird.
Okay.
That
Y'all
wouldn't-
covering a Rage song?
That
the
wouldn't
next
promote
show?
y'all. That is kind of weird. All right, you ready?
No, my computer is still not up.
Now testify.
Neither's my dong.
All right. Since you're having dong issues,
Go ahead, you can start it, man. It'll come up.
Ding.
It'll get. It eventually happens. You just keep trying, babe.
I got pills for that, man.
I came across that Viagra seed yesterday too.
Did you take some of it?
No, that one I got from.
We need to talk about this on the show.
Where did I get it from?
from overseas.
Africa, wasn't it?
I got it from Dubai.
Africa.
In the spice.
Did you see that video that's going around of that dude that they're dragging in the fire like he burns to death in Africa?
No.
Dude, it's bad. And
That was-
apparently, if you keep
But I
looking,
thought everywhere in Africa was good. It was a safe
No,
place to
man.
go, especially the tourist places. That's what
This-
you told me.
this place might be worse than the place that you actually went to. Like it looks like it looks Kate. Like, well, no, it looks a lot like that. It's just outside the outside of town a little bit.
Just not as popular.
But the thing that's really fucked up is, so I saw it on Twitter. I watched the video. And I was like, why are they burning this man to death? And it's weird because it looks
for
like
an
a s-
album cover, another Rage reference.
Oh yeah.
the guy.
That was
The
Vietnam,
guy
though.
has
That's
embers on his
self-immolation.
chest cavity
Yeah,
and
did
stuff.
that
He's
to
like
himself.
burnt. You can see it glowing and stuff, and he's still like screaming. So then
Was
everybody's like, "What's the backstory on
was
this?"
someone standing beside him going, "Ali, I'm shocking ka.
No.
Ali, I'm shocking ka." And
Oh, yeah.
reaches in and grabs his heart.
Alima,
Alima.
Shock the day.
Shock the day.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I was gonna do when we flew to Vegas.
Oh, I thought you were
When
gonna
we
say
were taking off and landing. Num chuba, num chuba, num chuba, num chuba, num chuba, num chuba.
I thought you were gonna say, just
then
give
you
me,
just stand up.
Give me, just give me.
Alima, Shakti Day.
They're gonna drag you off. Just give me.
Please don't
just
kill
give
me.
Let's do that
Please
on the
don't
way to
kill
New
me.
York. That'll be good. That'll go over real well with New York.
Not really. Not so much.
Nope.
Seems like a terrible
Alima,
idea.
Shakti Day.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with you in New York. Let me
No
rethink
shit,
all
dude.
this.
I gotta watch the jokes I make.
You are in a different climate, sir. You want to start
Yeah.
this?
Take some serious downers before we
Let's start it.
board.
Some what?
Some serious downers before we board.
Don't use drugs, sir.
I didn't mean it in that sense. I meant like melatonin or something.
I can't take trank guns to New York to shoot you with. Any type of firearm is illegal in Manhattan.
I thought that was a paintball gun. All right,
I keep thinking it's a paintball gun.
All right, we're ready.
I'm ready.
You were getting caught up with your pals the other day. Oh, are you going to talk about everything that released last Friday?
This episode of the
Guys,
is brought to you by
Guys Note.
and
Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Object.
Man.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Man, come on. We're talking about Texas. Somebody somewhere wants enough cocaine to forget they live there.
Yeah, but not 100 pounds.
Maybe we'll get
That is
lucky, find
definitely
an entire
cult-worthy.
town that wants to commit suicide.
That needs to be in the cult. We rip people's hearts out
Trembling
and
with
then have
horror.
sex with it.
We should do
Throbbing with emotion.
all that shit. Everything that would come up in here, we should do spiffs on video. Like, how funny would that be? I'm not Chiba. I'm not Chiba.
People still this idea. They're watching on YouTube. You played to a metronome, right? You not really?
Not at all. There's no metronome on the
No
entire-
click?
No.
All in my chocolate day.
Like Stubbs' version.
Monster chocolate day. I'm not Chiba.
Cut so sharp, cut so deep. If they seem to hit their target, must be what we reap. 'Cause you don't know what I know.
Nipple dance.
Is that off? Is that off? The
You
heater?
don't feel the way I feel. All these places I wanna go. Makes me wonder if my looks could kill. I've been throwing daggers in my dreams.
Show number 357. It is Tuesday, February 18th. In the year
of the Lord.
of the rat, right?
Is it the rat?
Thought
Or are
we
we
were in
still
the year of the
doing
rat.
the? I thought it switched to monkey.
Maybe it's a monkey.
I thought at some point we switched it over to monkey.
I thought it was rat.
I don't know.
Is it
man.
rat?
What was it when we first started? Like the year of the horse or something?
It was the year of the horse because
It-
everybody sent us emails in the year
And
of
that's
the
when
horse.
we-
Yeah, 2014 was the year of the horse.
And then we
I
did the
remember
photo shoot with the horse heads. And we
Yes.
haven't done one since because it was such a complete failure.
Well, we can't decide on a photo shoot until you sent the picture the other day.
It's
And
awesome,
we are
huh?
on that. We need to do it, and we're not talking about it.
Yeah, and we also so I already thought about the models, and you already mentioned one. She peed through a fence. I think she should be one of the models with us because there's two hot girls.
I just saw the dudes.
No, there's two girls too. I thought in it, right?
Man, I'm only looking at dudes again. Let me
Every
go look.
once
I
in a
didn't see
while,
the
Dustin
girls.
goes to this phase where all
I'm
he
just like,
sees is
man.
penis.
No, because I was busy looking at what they were wearing, and I was like, can I get that?
Yeah, we could get that at a one of those thrift stores, man, for sure.
Like
Don't you
Goodwill.
think?
Where'd you send that?
I don't know.
Oh,
It wasn't me that sent it. It was someone else.
huh?
It was someone else that sent it because I was getting text from a prostitute.
You want to get into
So
that?
I was. No, yeah, sure. Let's get into my prostitute. That's
You have now gone
full blown.
full blown. You've just given up on life,
Yeah.
and like
Shocking.
I'm going to just go. Oh, there's only one chick in this.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the fence pisser.
Where's the camera?
Should be perfect, don't you think?
Yeah. We
Oh,
can
let
do
me
that.
see.
That's our next photo shoot. Make sure no one sees that. You know what the hardest part of that
gonna
photo
be
shoot's going to
awesome.
be is all three of us
Standing
on
up straight?
skates. Yeah.
You just gave away the genius part.
Oh, damn it. You can rewind and delete that, right?
No, we're live, and I don't delete anything.
What we should do, we should really trick it up and do it with ice skates. But it wouldn't be as cool.
It wouldn't be as cool,
It
and
wouldn't
we'd
be
be
as-
cold.
It wouldn't be as Texas.
No,
You got to be Texas. If you got roller skates on, that means you're Texas.
is that a Texas thing?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was more like a
Oh, yeah.
Venice Beach
No,
thing,
man, that's
or
a
a-
Palestine, Texas thing, man. That's all I
Like-
used to do.
Skates, not rollerblades, you're saying?
Yeah.
I found a pair of rollerblades in my garage the other day. I may
Did you
start
bust
using
them out? Start a new hobby, huh? Start hitting the half pipes?
I'll just start skating again
Dude, I used to make fun of the rollerbladers so much at the skate parks.
until they could beat your ass and then skate off really
That
quick. And
never
you
happened.
couldn't keep up on a skateboard.
That never happened.
It's amazing when you have wheels attached to your body how much faster you can go than some guy just kicking and pushing.
Or popping the board and running real quick.
You could still out. I could get out skate you if you're running.
No, not me. I was a fast little dude.
You want to try it now?
Look at you now.
Skating?
No.
And you rollerblading?
Me rollerblading, you chase me.
No, your knee's too fucked up to do that anymore, isn't it?
Probably.
Think you'd throw something out? Think
Yeah.
you'd throw a hammy?
Thought I threw it out. I just got into town, man, from Europe. Yeah, I did a little. Went and caught a band over there.
Did you go over and weep on your team's field?
Yeah, I was upset about that.
Because they're banned for 2 years from...
Yeah. At least I won the EPL.
Yet.
Yeah, true.
The EPL's looking into it.
Yeah, no. It's been a wild ride, sir, the last week. Man. How you been?
It's been
Happy
all right.
Tuesday, by the way.
Happy Tuesday. We're here with the boys from Josh and the Jet Noise again. Say hi.
Yes.
What was my joke?
Hello.
And
everyone.
happy Fat Tuesday.
Hey, guys.
No.
Wait.
That's next, isn't it? That's next week.
Is today Fat Tuesday?
I thought it was.
Was it Mardi Gras? I thought that was next week. I'm pretty sure you're off a week. Man.
Okay. I may be. I thought today was Fat Tuesday.
You might even be off 2 weeks.
Well, I'm going to put it out there now. If it's next week, those boys from the Royal Sons better come in shirtless.
Yeah. They have outfits like that, I guarantee you.
We can get it from them.
Hell yeah. Royal
All right,
Sons
yeah.
always hooks
We'll hit
us
'em
up
up
with
next
the right
week.
outfits.
Yeah, we'll get it from them.
So what was my joke? Oh yeah, I went over there. I saw a band. It was a cover band that played Red Hot Chili Pepper and Between the Buried and Me covers, and they were called Between the Buried and Flea.
You built that up for that?
I thought it was genius, man.
No, it was
I wish they
fucking
had
terrible.
the who was it what was the local radio station that used to do that they used to play on? It was a
Lex and
ticket,
Terry?
wasn't it? No, it was the ticket. They would always make up
Was it?
shows on
Yeah.
Mike Reiner.
Pucks
He'd
and
have to
Kelly.
read
Yes.
them off.
It was.
He would have to read them, and then he'd get to the
yeah.
bottom of the list, and he'd
It-
have to go through it.
What was the lounge called?
Yeah,
the something
late
lounge.
late to lunch lounge
Yeah,
or something.
something like Last Chance Lounge or something.
Yeah, and they would all wait
The
for
Reconsider Lounge.
Reconsider Lounge. That's it.
Yeah, Reconsider Lounge.
And
Like,
they would all wait for him to get to the bottom of the list.
it would be like Derek Hall and Oates.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would always be like
It's-
a couple of old timers that are huge
Yeah.
Ranger fans.
Yeah.
Called Daryl.
Derek
And they
Hall
would always
Oates.
take this long route around with all these weird innuendos to say what the band actually was.
Yeah.
Or was that what y'all
Let's
just
take
said?
a moment of peace for Mike Reiner.
For who?
Okay.
Oh, well.
Thanks.
Paul.
I'm a
man.
fan. Or
Yeah,
was.
man.
What do you think of the change up? We haven't even talked about that.
We haven't. We really
We
haven't.
haven't been in here
I
to talk
loved
about it.
Mike Reiner. That's why I listened to the ticket to begin with, because he did it was the baseball show of record.
Yeah.
And that's the only sport I'm really
Yeah,
into.
Diamond Talk was
So, like,
awesome.
I would stop down and listen to whatever he had to say about baseball. And
How old are you,
I am
you don't mind me
39
asking.
years old.
Josh of Josh and the Jet Noise?
39.
So you remember then, or maybe you don't, when it was actually Diamond Talk was done by Mike Reiner
I
and
do.
Greg
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
Right? Greg
Mhm.
Williams, right?
Right when it-
They're the
Oh,
original
from the early-
Hardline, too.
Is Grego still alive, man?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And he does not
He was
sound
awesome.
like he used to.
I was so
No.
afraid when
he
we
pops on the radio every once in a while. You
Does he?
find him in different spots.
really.
Yeah.
We should
He
get
was
him. I
around.
bet you'd come on the show.
He was on the Fan for a while, I think.
I think he had. I ran into the same problems, right? Didn't he? Is that what? You're the one in the know.
I don't know anything.
Don't act like you don't know.
I pretend like I don't know.
Like Artie.
I bet you he would come on the podcast though.
Jake did.
Yeah,
So
we have a main like a
Jake
tier. Was
Z.
it tier 1? We have that on our resume now. We have a tier 1 ticket.
Jake will never come in again.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I was thinking
I was
about
going to
sending
say
him
he was a
email.
guest before he went on the ticket, wasn't he?
No,
Oh, okay.
No, he was on the ticket. He was doing midday.
Oh,
Bob and Dan when he came on.
Did he talk about being on the show on the radio the next day?
no, I don't think so.
No, he hinted to something.
Did he?
Yeah, I forgot what it was.
All right.
Yeah, it just didn't come straight out.
He was cool. The thing that was awesome about Jake is he's such a badass that he came in and started keeping us on time almost and keeping us on schedule. And, like we're
A
like,
producer
"Whoa,
on
hey,
our show."
man, thanks. Like he was like, yeah, you know what I really want to talk about? What was it? Like he had this weird bit that he wanted to do about animals fighting
Yeah,
and stuff. Like who would win between this and that? And we're like, man, that's really cool. And then we started going down that, and then he was like, we started straying away, and he brought us back or something. Like he had notes,
Like a
run
true
sheet.
professional, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he
you
was
knew it.
he was pro back then.
I just
He's only
throw
gotten
mine
better.
away.
It's weird when you hear Jake talk and you're like, man, I played dick and fart with him, and he knows everything about. He's like basically, I consider Jake a Bob Part 2.
And he grew up 2 streets away from
Yeah.
here, 3 streets.
I found out he got in a fight with one of my friends at a party, house party a while back. Him and his brother or some shit. Like a crazy fight where he came swinging with a golf club. So, but I was always afraid.
Was it a 9-iron?
Go ahead.
No, I was asking, was it a 9-iron? Or a wedge or a putter?
Where
Do
we
you
going with
remember?
this?
You want to try again?
I was just asking what kind of club it was.
What was it? A 9-iron?
Why are you asking me? I'm asking you.
This Big Bertha driver.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You answered my question.
When we first started the podcast, though, I had this thing. I don't know what it was about the first time we started. I really sounded Texan.
You still do.
Do I?
Everybody says we still do.
A little bit.
Do we? You can hear the Texan in us a little
Oh,
bit?
yeah.
It comes out.
It's a thing for sure.
Well,
It is.
so when I listened to the
Don't
first
try to
few
play
shows,
like you don't sound like it yet.
I really don't.
You kind of throw some stuff out every once in a while.
I was afraid
can
I was
fuck right
I was
off.
afraid I sounded like Grego in all our shows. I was like, dude, I sound like Grego, just like a oh boy, like
Don't go back and listen to the first 5 episodes.
because you're like Matt is Grego.
Matt sounds like he's Grego.
Don't forget Pajamagram.
We had Valentine's Day on Friday. You guys do anything special?
Yes, I did.
We didn't talk about our opinions of the change-up though.
Oh,
Just
What
glossed
change-up?
over that?
I'm not too happy with them.
I don't know. I think it's gonna grow on me. I don't mind Bob going to that slot at all because I love listening to Bob Stern. I love it.
I
Bob
want to
Stern's
see how
one of the-
quick they diminish him.
Terminator is one of my favorite dudes to listen to when it's about sports. But man, Corby just like it's like nails on a chalkboard sometimes, which sucks because he's a good dude. I'm just like, I kind of wish that they just took that whole show.
We'll tell him that next time
During-
you see him at another Royal Blood show.
Yeah. I kind of wish they just took that whole show, the Bob and Dan's, and just whoop, flip-flopped it. Yeah. And then Corby just continued his show with Danny. I think that would have been awesome
In middays.
in middays. Instead of doing this switcheroony of chemistry. I'm sure it's going to grow on me because I like both the dudes. But right now, I'm more stoked about Jake and what his gig now. I'm like, dude, that's awesome that Jake has that. And he's going to do so well. So black. So poor.
What?
Wait.
When did Wolf Blitzer get here?
No, don't you agree, though?
Wolf
You think he's going
Blitzer?
to do well? Josh, what do you think, man?
About Wolf Blitzer?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I haven't been able to listen to it the last week.
Oh, you got a real job and stuff, so.
No, I did chime in once, and I remember thinking, okay, this is okay. I'll tell you, I know you like Bob and Dan, but the thing that gets me is when they do the birthdays.
You don't like that the mix-up,
That
the mixer,
always
huh?
drives
Line
me
4
nuts.
guy?
I will wait. I used to wait until that was over before I would turn back
I
over.
wonder
to-
if they're still doing it now.
They do, yeah, because
Ah,
I
but
caught
it's-
it
You don't
today.
like Why Today Doesn't Suck?
Yeah, I'm just
How do you
not-
not like that?
I don't know. It's a
There's
bit,
so much jackassery that
I love
happens
when they
and all
get
that.
pissed off at the board or whoever's running or the producer for doing the countdown, especially when Dan gets pissed.
Oh yeah,
Wait, hold on.
Shut up! Yeah. Wait a second. I love it when they do that.
that's pretty good. You are talking to a guy though whose favorite drop is anytime they take Norm Hitzkiss and
Oh,
say,
yeah.
guess what I have in my
my
pants. Yeah, like that. That's the funniest part to me.
Or big black fucker, or whatever it was. What does he say?
Mortar Forker.
Yeah.
That's the one
Mortar.
they had to stop.
Yeah.
They had to stop playing that drop.
Oh
because the way
jeez.
they-
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
They-
Oh
Yeah,
jeez.
that one.
Yeah, man, the ticket's awesome. Like everybody's like, man. Here's what's funny to me is when people say, "Yeah, you guys, you are just trying to be the ticket." Well, yeah, that's what we fucking listened to our
Grew
whole
up with.
life. So you're
That
gonna
and
hear
Stern.
some influence. I don't deny it, but we get to say the F word.
And Pugs and Kelly.
So you
No,
guys,
I've never listened to Pugs and Kelly.
I
That's
just
you,
keep
man.
throwing them out there. No.
Now you guys are up for another
The
award.
Mikey Morning Show. Remember them?
Yeah, I remember Mikey
When
Morning
I used to
Show.
work with them and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
are y'all P1 day one?
Yeah, I am.
was, yeah.
So then
Nin-
you got to hear Skip too.
So you
I
want
remember Skip.
Oh no.
Skip was
You remember
terrible.
that one dude that Rocco Pendola?
Yeah, we used to prank call him all the time.
Right, he was
all
angry other man.
the time.
Angry
Did he live a
little
modern life?
because we would always. It was at the time when D's nuts was a big deal,
and he'd fall for it.
and so
Mid-90s.
you'd always call in and try to lead him up to something
Yeah.
that would end in a D of some sort.
Yeah.
Like, the old one.
Like,
Do you
hey,
prefer
you like
tapes or CDs?
you like Wendy's?
CDs nuts.
I do like Wendy's. When D's nuts are bouncing on your chin.
We would always do
nuts.
the D's and nuts stuff
Yeah.
on him, and yeah, he got
Man,
pissed.
just like fart jokes are awesome and interchangeable. You could take them anywhere in the world and do farts, and it's funny. You know, same with D's nuts. You could do a D's nuts joke at church, and everybody's like, ah.
He had what's his name from the racetrack that runs the racetrack.
What, the gas station?
No, the
Gas-
actual speedway.
gas cap Louis or whatever.
No. The actual owner of it. I just
Oh
went
yeah,
blank.
yeah.
Eddie
What's his
Gossage.
name? Eddie Gossage. Yeah.
On his show. And they
Named
were
D's
doing
Nuts.
it was when NASCAR was starting out here. You know, the track was opening up, and we were up there working on the track.
Right.
And we called into Rocco's show because they did this Ask Any Stupid NASCAR Question You Have. So I was like, there's like some crazy sponsors in NASCAR. Is there a Hardee's car? And Rocco's, yeah, I think there's a Hardee's car. Why? Hardee's nuts.
That reminds me, man. When I was in
Stupid shit.
when I was in like the first and second grade, I used to live in this little bitty town outside East Texas. What? Wait, that doesn't make sense.
The fuck?
In East Texas.
In East Texas. Yeah, we got you.
Palestine, Texas. And they had a
small
bowling
town
alley.
outside of East Texas.
Yeah.
So you're in Louisiana.
Which there was. Elkhart's outside of Palestine, which is even smaller. Frankston's even smaller. So anyway, there was a bowling alley there and a skating rink and a movie theater. And we would just take turns and prank call those three and the radio station. That's all we did all day during the summer. When it was too hot to play, we'd freaking prank call. That was our thing. And we used to call, and every time we did it, I promise you, y'all are gonna think this is BS. They used to fall for it at the bowling alley. We'd say, "Hey, man, is Bill me off up at the lane 7? That's where he usually bowls." And like, no, hang on, we'll page him. And they'd like, "Bill me off, come to the front." Da 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 da. I'm like, "Oh, hey, nothing. He's not there. Would you page his brother Jack?" And they would say, "Jack me off, come to the front. Dusk, jack me off." I promise it worked every time.
We stood at Best Buy all the time from our department to the customer service to have them page so we could laugh.
Yeah. Did you guys have a code when there was
So that's why they're going
a
out of
nice looking
business.
a woman that walked in where you're like code pink, code purple, or something like that?
There was a number, and I can't remember what it was. It was like there's an 034 at the in the
34,
front or something like
an
that.
34.
Rule
34, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the number was though, but we used to have one.
The things you did when you were bored. We used to biscuit dough. On Friday nights, we couldn't go out because we didn't have a car or anything. We'd go biscuit dough.
Did y'all ever
cars.
do that?
I don't even know what
What's
the fuck
that
you're
term?
talking
Yeah,
about
I don't
right
even
now.
know what that is.
You go buy biscuit dough, you and some friends that have cars.
You find no. Not cars. We didn't have cars yet. We were still kids.
Oh, we did it with cars.
Yeah, I did that too.
Then you drive around the neighborhood trying to hunt each other down, and then you just chunk it at each other in the cars as you're going by each other.
In Palestine, the deal was all the kids that couldn't drive yet, like all the junior high kids, on Friday nights after the football games, we'd go hide out in all the popular neighborhoods where kids were racing and stuff and driving their badass pickup trucks, and would biscuit dough them. And they would chase you all night sometimes. Like you would be on the run from a group of guys. I mean, because they're all football players and stuff, and a lot like Dazed and Confused the movie. And you would be running all night from these guys. And there was times I was like in grass in between houses like that high, just like shivering because I'm like, they're throwing beer bottles and they're landing all around me. And they're like, "We're going to get you. We know you're out there."
This sounds
Like,
fucking
get beer.
terrible.
It was
Yeah,
awesome.
it does.
that
Did it all night.
I don't know about all this.
So you're actually suffering from
PTSD from
then.
biscuit douging.
Okay.
And
Or-
aches to the chest.
Or
That-
getting stabbed in the arm.
And
That
you
answers
take
a
it on
lot.
out on your children.
That
Yeah.
explains a lot.
Or
Yeah,
getting
suddenly
stabbed,
Stubbs
maybe,
makes way more
guys. I don't know.
sense.
It does. It
Maybe.
does.
Well, there's the stabbing thing, too. I mean, I'm going to throw that out there for a third time. That
And-
could cause PTSD.
And steadfast breaking up.
There's that. I did
Yeah.
get punched in the mouth a few times by Johnson.
When the Steadfast broke up?
No.
No. This is your
Just
fault.
during our band while we were together.
I
Supposed to
was
have
never
any good
witness
times.
to any of those, man.
Oh, you weren't there when we trashed that girl's apartment up in Denton?
No.
Oh, my gosh. That was a bad one.
He's the good seed out of all y'all.
Yeah, you would always leave before shit got out
Either
of
that or you
hand.
didn't want to expose me to any of that shit.
Probably that.
You were like, he's too good and clean.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Venn diagram, big overlap.
So back to the playlist here. We've got Friday was Valentine's. Did you get anything?
The playlist. No,
Did
man.
anybody get anything?
I
in
think
here?
I'm the most
went out for
hated man
Valentine's Day.
by women right
You
now.
went out, but did you get anything yourself?
No. I went to Cheesecake Factory in
I'm
downtown
sorry, what
Fort
was
Worth.
that? Cheese egg.
No, Cheesecake Factory
Oh.
in downtown Fort Worth, and then after that we went to a free play in Magnolia.
I bet you that was a clusterfuck. Cheesecake Factory.
I had to wait about an hour, which wasn't too bad because they told us originally it was going to be between an hour and a half to 2 hours.
That
So-
seems like a very dateable spot on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was
Did
packed.
you get anything?
No, my wife and I are not big on Valentine's Day, so we basically stayed the fuck home and stayed away from people. It was fantastic.
What about you?
Pretty much similar to Chris.
Just stayed.
Yeah, just stayed home.
Y'all don't really believe in it.
Hung out
Screw
with the
this.
kid. It was fun.
I just took a rival gang and lined them up against the wall and shot them with my Tommy gun.
We saw that wall in Vegas.
We did see that wall.
They recreated it
We did. Where were you? Oh, y'all were playing crap.
with Gary.
Oh yeah. That was right after. I got my tooth.
I paid your dental deductible, man.
When?
What do you win?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. You want to explain to everybody that listens to the podcast what happened?
You've already covered this, man. I
Have
don't want
we?
to retread it.
Have we talked
Yes.
about this?
You
The-
mentioned this several
the most
times. in the
awkward
last
foot
year.
rub I've ever received ever. Probably one of the only foot rubs I've ever received
No,
ever.
If that
You
happens
didn't
in New
even
York
let
City,
me do that.
You know what, Thomas? I've never gotten a blowjob either. You wanna help me out here?
Oh,
Pass.
if this happens in New York City, I'm out.
Oh yeah, we need to talk
Nope.
about that. We're going to New
Well,
York
we'll
City.
get to it. We'll get to
New
that.
York City.
We'll
We're
get to
coming
that.
to see you,
I've
man.
got it in here.
Okay.
We gotta do
All right,
that
yeah,
Friday.
yeah. We got to get to that.
Saturday night, I want to talk about something. I went to PBR.
PBR.
Pabst
Oh, the
Blue
new
Ribbon?
venue.
The professional
bull
bull
riding.
riding.
Out at Texas Live.
No, out at AT&T Stadium when they
No, I
actually
didn't know
came through town on a tour.
The Death Star.
The real
they-
PBR.
Oh, the event.
The event.
Got you. Okay.
And I'm very. I
wanna
was.
go to
I
one
was
of
going to
those.
post some photos from it because I got some pretty cool photos of guys being thrown off bulls in the air and dirt being around and
Ah.
bull balls dangling all over the place.
Did it smell
Very
like
weird.
cow poo?
No, it was very. It did not
Cleanliness?
smell like the rodeo. It was very clean.
See, I've done it in Denton.
Yeah, this is AT&T Stadium though. They come in for one.
These are the
day,
guys
they do
from
this 2 days.
Brazil and stuff, right?
Brazil, Australia, Mexico, Spain.
So why weren't they at Dickies Arena, which is one of the reasons that arena was built for?
Because it's not PBR is not the rodeo. PBR is the
Oh,
Professional
okay.
Bull Riding Association, and this is a big. They have a big contract with AT&T Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I imagine
they-
once it's done, then they'll probably go. Over
They
there.
rip
Yeah,
through
for
there
sure.
every year, don't they?
Yeah, this is
Kind of an annual thing.
third year I've gone, but
Those guys are so gnarly, man.
I was very uncomfortable with all the rodeo clown guys.
Yeah.
that are around the bull to distract it once they're thrown off.
Right.
A lot of the photos I have of them, they're all wearing shirts that say "Protected by the U.S. Border Patrol," and that a big sponsor of the PBR this year is the U.S. Border Patrol.
That's weird.
And I
Like,
don't think
they have Team Ice.
for,
That's so random.
for some reason I didn't think that was very cool.
Not in this day and age.
What
Like,
if any of them were
what-
legal immigrants?
What kind of sponsor is
Why do-
that?
See, man, I don't understand why we got to put politics in everything right now. It's so stupid. Like, why does politics have to be crammed down your throat no matter what you're doing? Like, even Netflix specials sometimes now. You're
Yeah.
watching, you're like, okay, here comes an angle.
I mean, this was
Let me
on
see
the
this.
sideboard.
God, I thought this was shtick, dude.
No, U.S. Border Patrol,
Huh.
and then all their shirts, U.S. Border Patrol.
Did
And
they play
then
Toby Keith?
The two guys at some point they did. There were the two guys that were on horses. Their chaps coming down said "Protected U.S. Border Patrol."
Huh.
That could
And
be
their
the new
chaps- I was
hotline
like,
of clothing.
What is going on?
If I would have been one of the
See,
rodeo dudes,
so here's
I'd have been like, my.
here's a guy getting thrown off a bull, right?
Which, by the way, when did our rodeo cowboys start looking like a NASCAR,
Look at
like
that
the
guy's
side
shirt.
of a NASCAR? Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Look at that guy's shirt.
Got to get that money somehow.
My shirt would have said, "I'm jumping the wall,
All right, let me
Holmes."
see.
Protect. I'm jumping the wall.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Is the wall even still happening? Is that a thing anymore?
Half
or
of
is
it blew over the other day.
with a
Like
what?
it blew over. The winds were too strong, and it just took the wall and blew a giant section down.
Oh man,
Cement hadn't set, and it was all
this-
bad.
are y'all
got that,
messing
man.
with me?
That's
No.
funny.
Legit thing.
Good gosh,
Total
man.
legit
thing.
happened.
I
You would
wanna
think
show
they
this
have
to the
enough
camera.
money to hire some decent engineers to make it happen if they're going to do it.
Let's see. I don't know.
That's so messed up.
U.S. Border Patrol.
You think the NFL is going to roll with that?
Who knows?
You better stand for our flag, or we'll get the Border Patrol after you.
They just start. What if ICE started showing up to professional sports and just busted people?
Taking people out.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, if they showed up at the stadium, they'd bust half the Legends crew out there that works the concession stands.
If they showed up there during the Cowboys games, oh, gold mine for ICE.
Just picking people up.
Yeah, dude.
I wish they would. Some of those parking lot trolls out there drunk.
Yeah.
Just come out there. And
You know
get
what they
them.
should do? Honestly, ICE should dress up like Boba Fett or Mandalorian.
like
the
Mandalorian
Yeah,
bounty
yeah.
hunters?
Yeah, yeah, with
But
the,
then it
with
give
the
them
armor
away.
and stuff. Yeah, but it's so like yeah, exactly. It give the
There's
guys
just a
time
way.
to take off.
So the coolest thing
This
at
is the way.
PBR were there were 4 cops standing at the end of the arena with shotguns
Okay.
in case a bull got out of hand. And they
And
needed
put
to
it
take care
down.
of it. Yes.
With the
Damn.
actual lethal rounds?
How does
I couldn't tell, but they had bandoliers on with full shells and everything, and I was like,
I'm gonna
huh.
go with a yes, Matt.
That's what I'm gonna-
Probably,
Damn.
probably full.
How does-
lethal.
How
you
does
shoot
Pete-
a
how's
you
Pete
shoot a
okay
rubber
with
ball
this?
at a bull? What's it gonna do?
Like,
Nothing.
makes me wonder if it was
Nothing.
like 12 gauge or double aught.
It's probably full slug.
Yeah.
Just boom.
So
Like elephant slug.
what? How, PETA can't be happy with this stuff, right? There's
I
no
would-
way.
That's another thing I was
Did you
wondering.
see
yeah,
any
the whole thing
protesters
was
or
like,
anything?
I don't know. I don't go through areas where there are protesters
Man.
when I'm out there.
Do you think they were out there?
They could be. There's always protesters out there for
See-
Redskin games, but they're on the other side.
I think protesters have kind of given up on Texas. They're like, man, we're not.
They're
There's
not going to change anything down here.
Yeah,
these guys are
these
set
guys
in
are a
their
bunch
ways.
of assholes, man. We're not going to change their mind.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only time I see protesters is if I'm going to Comic-Con type
Yeah.
events, and then
Hey,
Those
yeah.
are
and-
religious people.
yeah, and then then-
WWE, I saw some
and,
too.
and then it's all the you're going to burn
Really?
in hell for this hobby, and it's like
Yeah, they
Okay.
think that there's
Walk on
people
by.
that think that it's all demonology,
Yes.
like worship of demons.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dumb. And I just went to a con on Saturday.
It
I didn't
doesn't
see
make
any
sense.
protesters.
You went to a Comic Con?
What con did you go to?
It was a Plus Ultra con. It was.
What is that?
It's centered around the anime My Hero Academia. I took my daughter with
I'm
me.
sorry, was that English?
What the fuck did he just say?
I don't know. Could you repeat that?
It's an anime. There's an anime called My Hero Academia. This is a convention
that a
centered
cookie? Bless
specifically
you.
around it.
Is it a cookie?
No, it's an anime about kids that have superpowers and they're trained by like their teachers. They're
Hold on.
professional
Are
heroes.
you guys
and shit.
okay with this dude being in your band?
Yes.
Stop. Hold on.
100%.
They can have a convention focused around one TV show?
One anime, yeah. Apparently
Huh.
this was.
That's insane.
Yeah, and it's
Well, I
done
guess
by
there are Star Trek conventions,
Funimation.
right?
They're based in Flower Mound, and so are most of the voice actors that are here.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
are
true.
there. Yeah,
Oh yeah, over in Las Colinas.
Yeah.
The LC.
Flower Mound. Yeah,
Oh, Flower Mound.
They
Yeah.
moved.
FM.
they used to be
FM.
right around the corner, like in the old bank building next to Richland High School. Like
They did it one time.
That's not where Chris
Yeah.
Ron's working though, right? He's
No.
doing Dragon Ball Z, and that's in Las Colinas, isn't it? I know he does
thought
his
it was
stuff
there.
at the house.
But I think
Sits it in.
their stuff is it.
Yeah, I
Las
remember
Colinas.
when they were saying that Las Colinas was gonna, like the studios of Las Colinas was gonna be
gonna
like
take
the
over
next
Hollywood.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
next LA. You're like, no. Even as a kid, and you're on that tour, you're like, no, they're not.
yeah, I
No.
toured there twice in high school. Yeah,
Well, at least we got RoboCop.
Yeah.
At least we got Robo.
And
At
the original, not the remake.
least
yeah.
we got Robo
You
Tune.
remember that time he shot that dude in the dick?
You do have Robo Tuner.
I have a friend that's got a shirt.
I have a guitarist that has that shirt. And he
I think
wears
is
it
that
to
the
every
same
show.
guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new toy they've got? It's the big. What was you knew the droid or the big robot from RoboCop?
Oh yeah, the RD260 or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
so it's
Johnny
the-
Five Alive.
It's the RD260, but it comes with a action figure, and the action figure has a big hole blown into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
awful.
great.
Wonder why Netflix hasn't put on the RoboCop.
Were you
like
with
the
Dave at
trilogy.
NAMM when he wore that shirt?
I've been with Dave like 6 times when he's worn that shirt.
But at NAMM, everybody was laughing at that shirt and pointing.
because it's
like,
awesome.
How are you wearing that to NAMM?
I think it would have been cooler if he wore the should have been Lars.
He should have. He should have worn that to Dime Bash.
People probably would have been like,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl would have come up and gone, yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
you're,
Okay,
you're
yeah,
good.
Yeah, you're good.
We're good here. You
Dave
want some barbecue?
Grohl.
You want some barbecue? Huh? Barbecue? Huh? What?
Okay. Blow through the rest of this.
Sunday
Sunday, I went to a place. I want to plug them real quick because it's pretty good. It's North Richland Hills First Brewery.
Oh yeah, Brutal Beer Works.
What
Brutal
about
Beer Works.
Uppercut? Holmes?
Uppercut never got off the ground.
They had a good smoked chili porter or whatever it
That
was.
they probably bought from someone else.
Yeah, they probably did.
There's a lot of shit with this Uppercut. I'm finding out it's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck them.
Well, you can say
But
that now
Brutal
that he doesn't
Beer
live
Works.
next door anymore.
Oh, I don't care. I said if he lived
Couldn't they
next
come
door.
up with a more like a? It's kind of a basic name.
It's a Viking
beer.
fighting an octopus. It's badass.
Man, okay.
A Viking.
And you
fighting
walk
an
in there,
guess. I
and I was
guess.
expecting some Gojira.
No,
Just
you're expecting what are
blasting.
they called? The Raise Your Horns band, that Viking band.
A Monoroth.
Yeah,
Monoroth.
it's doing Raise Your Horns. And
then what's your favorite band? Volbeat?
No,
Volbeat.
I don't like
those guys.
Volbeat. I don't like those
No.
guys. Nope.
No.
I don't like them.
No.
I was expecting.
I thought you were going to say In Flames or something.
So I guess you don't want to go to that show and write about them, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
I saw them opening for
James Hetfield.
Metallica
They did.
7 or 8 years ago, and it was one of those times where I'm watching the band and I'm like, could you just hurry up and get off the fucking stage
It's like
because
Blue October
you
singer.
suck.
You expect them? Will they ever change the pitch of their voice as they're singing? Because it's just straight across boring. That guy that did the song with Matt at Dime Bash, Matt Thompson.
Oh yeah. The dude from the X Games.
The guy that was just yelling at one guy. He never changed anything.
Yeah, it was like okay, sorry. I'm gonna get in trouble for this because a lot of people like that dude. But it was a lot like Mini Phil.
Mini Phil.
But Phil would change his pitch and go up and down. He'd at least. It
Yeah, and
wasn't
Phil
just,
had a manly voice.
Yes.
But this
Can't
guy's
remember his
like,
guy. He was an ex.
didn't he? What
BMXer?
was one of the songs? I was like, no, man, no, dude.
Anyway, so yeah, I expected going into Brutal Beer Works,
Yeah.
listening to some brutal music,
What was it like, Randy Rogers band or something?
Did they even-
bubblegum punk,
Oh, it was?
pop punk. Yeah, it was
That's
like
all right.
no, it was good. No,
Yeah, how are their
totally-
beers? What did you get?
It was great. I had a flight of all sorts of stuff. I had the Nandalorian,
This is the way.
a banana stout,
Is this
Oh,
what?
yeah, that
banana
sounds
chocolate
good.
stout. It was really good.
That sounds
I
good.
brought the Fruity Pebbles in tonight. It's
Yeah.
a Fruity Pebbles sour. It was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I tried a sample of it.
I can't remember what else I had of theirs, but it was really good. I enjoyed their stuff. I enjoyed their product, and I was really hoping we could sometime do a show there, but they're not open on Tuesdays.
Oh, you switch it up, man. Which you know
we
what I saw
switch
today?
up our format.
Huh? No.
They open for
They
us
open
on
for
Tuesday.
us, yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say
You know what I saw?
we've been doing this a
We need to
lot
do
longer than
this.
they've been a brewery.
So Bucks
True.
gives $5 dances all day on Tuesday. Why have we not done a show there?
Well, if you want to bring it up,
We are in contract with a
place in
club
Austin
down in Austin.
that has opened a secondary club in Austin called the Red Rose,
Oh yeah.
The Red Rose and the Yellow Rose?
and we need to go down there and check it out.
What is the Red Rose?
It's on the south side of Austin.
Okay.
The Yellow Rose on the north side.
No,
Red
they got
Rose
the
is
Red
on the
Rose.
south side, on South Congress.
Why didn't they just call them both the Yellow Rose? Because you
Why?
can only have one Yellow Rose in Texas, I guess,
Maybe.
right?
Probably liquor law. Your liquor license, you got to have two different names.
Well, how does Rick's Cabaret do it all over Texas?
They're actually numbered, aren't they? Rick's number 1.
Oh, they
Rick's
are
number 2,
north,
Rick's number 3.
and I think
North
they
and
are
south
north
and
and south
east
and
and
all
west,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll ask my friend that's texting me 24/7 all of a sudden.
That's a prostitute.
I'm sorry, what?
You brought it up.
Female escort is the proper term I heard.
How about a whore?
The band, guys. We're not chauvinistic pigs. We're not having another one of those shows.
So is the third club going to be the Orange Club? Because that's what yellow and red make. Sorry. Bruch.
Matt, I love you very much. I love you so much. I really do.
What was that?
What just happened? I'm glad we're all on separate tracks so I can extract that.
I like
What's
that. The only time you
code?
take shrooms is before you come over here.
Yeah.
Like, we'll be out at Mass or whatever. You want to eat
No.
some shrooms, bro? Nah, man. No, I got to drive home. Shelly, she's expecting me home.
No, you're not using my fake voice. This is my fake voice.
Oh, yeah. Then when we do a show here,
Hadouken.
you eat like 9 grams of shrooms and then come over here and make jokes.
Yeah,
Your
9
stand-up
grams?
Dude, how gnarly would that be if he came over here on 9 grams of shrooms?
I didn't realize that's what kind of mushrooms were on my pizza whenever I came here. Or maybe it's just I'm hogged up on caffeine and I've drank whiskey and Coke.
Dustin, see
You
if
guys realize y'all have the greatest bass player of all time,
We
right?
do.
Oh,
Yes.
We,
No, we're aware.
yeah, we are completely
see if you can hear me
aware.
swallow.
That was a That wasn't a.
All right, next year we're gonna roll into Central Track Music Honors. You have to be.
I don't have to be anywhere.
No,
I voted.
He has to be like best bass player, right?
Why don't
He's
you
gotta be
go
up for the award?
Why don't you go in representation of me tomorrow night? So
Why
I
don't you
can just,
pretend you're Matt Stubbs
Yeah.
and go with me?
You could do your impression of me. Doing
And
an
here's the
impression
fake
of you.
Matt Stubbs.
You can do me doing an impression of you.
I don't understand why you don't want to go pick up your award.
I'm not going to win an award, so I'm not worried about it.
And when it happens, what are you gonna do?
Cry.
Probably what we did with the other ones. Just okay, cool.
Cool, we got one.
Yeah. You guys want to do some blow off this thing?
We probably won't win it. I keep.
Oh, that wasn't the podcast that got cocaine put all over it.
I was
it?
once eating. They did.
Yeah, that's right.
lines
Was
off
I
our
once eating?
awards.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys, man. Yeah, we were doing blow off your.
That's what he said. He's like,
He's
you
like,
guys weren't
yeah,
there to
we're
pick up
doing
your
blow
awards.
off your
So,
award.
we
Yeah,
used
man.
them to
We appreciate it,
cut
man.
some lines.
yeah.
And listen to MTV8.
MTV8.
Yeah, remember poor
The Ocho.
remember poor Brittany was like, MTV's coming to Texas Billiards, and you and me are like, yes,
And they want you guys to play. Like, yes.
damn.
And then it's MTV the Ocho.
It's not even that. It was like Musica, Musica to
MTV
Tejas.
Musica.
It had nothing to do with
Tejanos.
MTV though.
MTV Nicaragua.
We were frauded completely.
I think we were.
And then we had to go do that interview with a girl that knew zero about any local band in Texas, let alone Fort Worth.
I think they just drug her off the street, put a dress on her, and said interview people.
Yeah, she was good looking, but Dustin and I gave her 10 seconds to get to the point, and then
Well,
it
that's
was-
when we used to have a policy.
yeah, you got 3 questions. After those 3
And
questions,
then it goes gay.
all we are talking about is penis.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
What's
Penis.
changed?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I think we did the same thing out in
So
California
tonight,
a couple of weeks
you
ago.
each get a question, and then it goes to penis.
That's what we did in California a couple of weeks ago too. We gave him 3 questions, and then immediately went to cock. No,
It's
Is that-
California. It's fine.
Yeah, California.
You can still say that on Texas
Somebody
podcast
check
too. By the
my
way,
brain.
You can. That's all I listened to on the way out there. That's all
Did
that was
you?
in my head the entire time I was out there.
I was finishing Chris's statement. Yeah.
And then coming up, Thin Line Festival's coming up.
Yes.
We're starting the promos for that.
are you going to talk to me about what we need to talk about right now?
About Thin Line?
Yeah, you said you had some dirt, some sweaty dirt,
No.
Some
We'll talk about
juice.
that later.
Sweaty dirt.
No, we'll
some
talk about
sweaty, juicy dirt.
that. But I found out moments before we started the show
my date to Thin Line's going to be Jessie Fry, right?
that
That's what you were going to tell
is
me.
one of them. I
right.
put in the request to her for you.
She knows I'm single now, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's why she's hiding.
She just doesn't want to pay for everything. So,
Well, that's why you're coming.
yes.
You're going to be our chaperone. Me and Jesse's chaperone.
I'm going to be the guy on The Bachelor. What's his name? Chris?
He lives
the
here.
host? Yeah, I know. We were going to try to get him on. We were talking about that.
Thomas, can you book him for us?
Who? When did I become?
We
your
don't know his
personal
name.
booker?
Chris Hansen?
Chris
Yeah.
Hansen.
No, that's the guy that catches
Totally the wrong
pedophiles.
person.
Yeah.
That's totally the wrong person.
What is that guy's name? It's Chris
Yeah,
something.
that's the wrong person.
Yeah, you don't want to be on his show.
No, we're not doing a show. on
Otherwise, we better make
pedophilia.
this trip soon
we
before the
don't
ankle
need-
bracelet comes on.
We don't need Thomas contacting him. I've looked into your background, Thomas, and it seems that you have been.
This new genre of music that you're trying to do with Josh and the Jet Noise, this pedophilia metal. We're not feeling.
It is?
Disclaimer.
What are you talking
that's
about?
not. That's not what it's called.
Not even a little bit.
Is that a category on iTunes now?
We didn't. We never got to it on the metal shows. We never got to pedophilia metal.
That was way
Pedo
down
metal.
Modern.
Oh my
You into
god.
pedo, bro? You listen to pedo metal? I'm sorry. I like Pantera.
Terrible.
No, you know what? You ain't shit unless you throw down a pedo metal. You're not even a metalhead, man.
What the fuck is happening right now?
I don't know.
Put the pedo to the metal.
That's your bass player adding on to it.
Oh, that's low hanging fruit. I just thought that's where you guys were going with this.
Hey, Dave, if he doesn't listen to the show, I don't know why I talked to Dave on our show. It was like our next project, pedo metal.
Hey, quick moment of silence. It's 19 years since Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Senior. Okay.
What?
Today's
Has
the
it
19
really
year
been
anniversary.
19 years?
Did you see what happened yesterday?
Yeah, that was gnarly too, man.
What happened yesterday?
So they delayed the Daytona 500 till yesterday because of rain. They were supposed to race it on Sunday. It rained too much, so they delayed it. They didn't start racing till last night, and about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I had turned it over, and they had 3 laps to go, and they were in overtime because they wanted to do a green white checker finish. So they take off. There was a massive wreck, and then they're in yellow, caution, and it's overtime, and then they finally go back to green, do 1 lap, then they get the white flag, which is final lap, and they're coming around, and they're 400 yards from the finish line?
Yeah.
And
all hell broke loose.
Massive ass wreck with Ryan Newman. He got pushed sideways into the wall. His car flew up into the air, and then another guy's car just nailed the side while he was upside down. Nailed the
Sparks and
driver's
flames
side.
going everywhere.
Sparks and flames dragging down the track. It was one of the worst NASCAR
Yeah, it was bad.
wrecks I've ever seen.
Wow.
And then they started playing on the telecast that we need to get the hell out of here. We don't know what his state is, and he's not responding to anything, and we need to cut this now.
So he was unconscious and stuff?
He was unconscious. They brought out, I got a picture here.
Don't say the morgue. They're like, screw we're done here. So
I don't think I've got
objection
I don't have it on
number
here, but
one.
they started putting up the black curtains that they have
Oh,
around
yeah,
the
in case there's a
car and around the
fatality.
track, so
In case there's a
media
fatality
and
and
people
stuff,
couldn't
can't see.
see that from the stands. They ended up cutting the roof off, dragging him out, and taking him to the hospital. And
I hope they didn't drag him out.
yeah, they drug him out of the car
Man.
because you can see in one of the videos you can see it. But they got him to the hospital, and he's in serious condition. No life-threatening injuries. Should be A-okay.
Oh, good.
So he's going to keep all his limbs and stuff?
Yeah. 42-year-old dude, been racing forever. I have been a part of a couple interviews with him, and he's nice as hell.
Well,
cool as hell.
that's the thing that was aggravating. Did you see all the stuff on Twitter where people were like, he's a Trump supporter? Good. Like stuff like that?
Yeah, I saw a lot.
Yeah.
Once again, injecting politics into a NASCAR, which
Well,
makes
it is.
no sense at all. But
I mean, if you go out to a NASCAR event, it is pretty red out there.
And yet all the
I
turns
bet
are
in
left.
California it's not. I bet you in different parts of the world it's not, though. Well, I guess NASCAR is only in America, but
America.
my point is this, though. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Who
matter. It doesn't matter
cares?
at all.
Why are we wishing death on people? Because of who they voted for or who they support. That's the.
You wish death on the person
There's
that cut you off on the freeway on the way over here.
What are you, my therapist now?
Yes.
Well, that guy deserves it.
We're trying to play balance here.
All right.
You can't play God
Okay,
everywhere.
okay, it's okay then. If you want to wish death on a NASCAR driver that just had a wreck, go ahead.
I didn't, because he's a badass, and I liked him.
Yeah, well, a lot of
was a
people
cool
don't
dude.
because apparently he's bros with Trumpers.
Well, you know what? People that freak out on people that are Trump supporters can burn in hell.
Same thing happened with Kobe too, didn't
Eat
it?
a dick.
Weren't people like Kobe was a Trumper, so serves him right? Or no, it was the
No,
rape thing, wasn't
yes.
it?
Yeah.
Rape Biden.
I don't think Kobe was a Trumper.
I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that he supported Trump.
Really?
Hmm I don't think that's what people were bitching about. I think they were bitching more about
Because he's friends with Kanye?
I don't know. There are some black people that are into Trump, believe it or not.
I know.
Don't believe the media hype, Dustin.
We're in Texas. I work with some that do. It's amazing.
You work with black people?
Yeah. How shocking is that? We've reached a point in our life and era where that can happen.
Continue.
Anyway, back to Thin Line Festival.
Yeah. So when's the date? March. Sometime in March.
28, 29, or 28, 29?
Yeah. Something like that.
We're playing Friday night. There's the Do For It showcase at Andy's. But I found out on the way in, for the shits and giggles of it, I entered some photos in their photo contest.
And they're being on the vote?
They got accepted.
For what?
They got
Which
jurors
ones?
to
Do you
be in.
remember?
Yeah, I got a whole list of. I entered 10, and 6 of them got in.
Didn't I try to get you to do that last
cool.
year?
You did, and I hate doing these things, and I have no idea why I did it this year.
Because
Just to see what would happen.
Podcast fodder.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's all right. Me and Jesse will go by there. Check it out.
Go by there, check them out, pull them down,
Yeah.
piss on them.
Yeah.
Be
Well,
like,
no.
these suck.
Jesse and I are going to be sweet.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else is on the bill for Thin Line Fest?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
Well,
for the
I don't
Do
know
For-
the whole
Do
festival.
For-
There's
no,
like
the,
88.
no, the Do
Well, no,
For
the
It's-
Do For It.
Your
What-
night is nuts.
Mind Spiders headlining.
Yeah.
They're not
Us,
Do For It.
the Spectacle. Well, we'll get into that here in just a second. Meech Pango and
Mean Motor Scooter.
a little band called Mean Motor Scooter. We're all playing our night. It was supposed to be a Do For It night, but half the bands have people out of town because it's so close to South by. A
All
lot of
right.
people go out of town after that because it was supposed to be us, Duel, Mountain of Smoke, Royal Sons, Shaolin. But everybody has people out of town, and Mountain of Smoke is doing is part of another showcase on Saturday night. And Doomfall.
Uh-huh.
We were gonna bring Doomfall in.
What happened to them? They can't do it?
They're out of town too, or they got one of their people are out of town. That's right around spring break, so like
Uh-huh.
it's,
Yeah,
it's all
chaos.
screwed up.
That's our chaos. Like, we have chaos in
Yeah.
the fall. We have chaos in the spring, schedule-wise.
My March and Octobers are always insane.
Yeah.
Those 2 months.
Yeah, it's when I do the most crack.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely get triple.
It gets your rocks on.
Yeah. And then we got there's like 3 other festivals too during that season. Fortress.
Fortress is in April, right? Yeah.
When's
I thought it was beginning
Thin
of
Line?
May. Yeah.
Is it beginning of May? March.
I
the end of
thought
March?
Fortress was in April.
Thin Line is the week after South by.
Yeah. I don't know. It all runs together and gets me in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I get worn out. My body breaks down,
and I fall asleep in someone's yard.
I gain
usually
3 more years to my life that I shouldn't have. But yeah. Speaking of, real quick,
What
I
if how
wanted to get
hard you
into was,
partied added life?
what do y'all think of all these bands going on tour this summer? Is this the summer of I'm gonna go broke on concerts?
I think everybody knows the world's about to end because of coronavirus, and they're like, we got to
gotta
get
out
now,
or we got to help spread it.
I know
Could be
Cutthroat Finches is touring Europe this summer.
I was talking about big bands.
Oh, I thought you were talking about local bands.
No,
The
Oh,
Foo
okay.
Fighters tour looks cool if you can get in that route that they're going. That's pretty neat.
I'm sure we know one girl that's going to be probably at half of them.
half of them, yeah.
Yeah, and Primus is doing a tour of Rush cover songs.
Who cares about
Tribute then.
Primus?
But you got
Just kidding, dude.
Primus
well, we
sucks.
found out today we have Faith No More coming
With Korn.
with
with
Korn.
Korn and Helmet.
Off the
I don't
cuff.
think Helmet's on ours. It's the other band, the Skin,
And Darren Malakian's
Scar,
solo
whatever.
group was also on that flyer.
That Scar one.
Yeah.
We don't have Helmet here.
I don't think so.
Scars
man.
of Hollywood
I
or
think Scars
something
of
like that.
Hollywood is the
Yeah,
one
that's
that
right.
we're playing
That's-
with.
yeah.
You got the one I
But
was talking about
Spotlights is
earlier.
going to play, and they might be on it, which I would love to see Spotlights, but I just don't want to fight through August.
Got to go to Tulsa to see Pearl Jam.
They're not coming to DFW?
No.
Mm.
Guns N' Roses
Sadly.
is.
So, wait. Well,
The Rolling Stones
let's time out. Time out.
I've never seen the Stones. I want to go see them.
I'd love
You've
to see
never
the Stones.
seen the Stones?
Never have. That's one of the bands on my bucket list.
Pearl Jam, can you pull our creds for that? Because don't we get invited to Rocklahoma all the time?
I'm working on that.
Okay, good. Because I would Pearl Jam's one of my all times.
Got to see what happens. I've already put in. I had to.
Yeah, I saw him in
submit-
03.
This was not going through Ticketmaster for them because they.
Is that who does the Rocklahoma?
I don't know. Rocklahoma always just contacts us for doing stuff. The organization does, the festival organization. But this is Tulsa, and I had to go through Pearl Jam's media and send them a resume.
Did you already do it?
Full on resume.
Dude, that's awesome.
It doesn't
Just throwing,
surprise me.
Hey, bro, we did Tool.
Hey, man.
That's my thing now. Yeah, I wrote up Tool.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've used that on Hinge and Bumble?
You know how many times
A
I used
lot.
that in the last week? Oh, yeah.
Did you use it
I
on
did
Tinder too?
I shot Tool.
Because that got us a lot of pub. That
that
silly
doesn't
show got us a
happen.
lot of pub.
They don't let photographers and reviewers in there,
Especially,
and it was crazy.
and the
that
thing
they
that was
let 'em
really
have
cool
it.
about it was the other write-up was piss poor, so everybody fell back on ours because the pictures, and our pictures
Same
were
thing
better
with
too.
Iron Maiden.
Everybody fell. I didn't
want
know
this-
that about Iron Maiden.
Yeah, we were one of 5 in Iron Maiden.
No, but what I'm saying, but Iron Maiden, all the write-ups were good.
Oh yeah.
There was a piss poor write-up from someone over in Dallas. And so everybody that was upset, like, read that one was like, this told us nothing about this was garbage. They defaulted and looked at ours, and so ours was getting more hits because this asshole over there wrote a bad write-up.
Oh, yeah. I remember you guys talking about that right
'Cause
after
the Dallas
you guys
Observer
did it.
just wanted attention.
Yeah.
And it helped us. Thank you, Dallas Observer.
Yeah, thank you.
That was
Thank you.
awesome. You
Yeah.
helped us by writing a bad review.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
The guy also writes for Central Track, and if Central Track will give us an award, we'll really appreciate it.
we should. If you go as not Matt, if you go as not Stubbs,
I just want to beat
you
radio.
should do that.
You know how cool that would be? A podcast beat radio.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
You guys
That's
have
all
what?
I
One
want.
other podcast you're up against?
Yeah, the rest are all radio
What-
stations.
What, DTX Limited or something like that? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Wait, who's the radio stations we're up against?
hold on. I had it saved somewhere.
And that's the voting's
This-
done, right?
Yeah, the voting ended yesterday or Sunday night at midnight.
Did we get hold of the Russian bots and the Indian bots?
DTX Selects
Yeah, DTX selects that.
is
know
the
who that is.
That was
podcast.
the other podcast.
Then
Alright.
you have Paul Slavin Show on KXT, the KXT local show with Amy Miller, mostly local with Michael Briggs. I'll fucking kill you, Michael Briggs.
If Briggs beats us, we're going up there.
I already sent him a message. I said, I voted for you in the 9 other categories you're in. Give us one.
What'd he say?
He just laughed at me. Loud and Local on the Eagle.
Lol.
And then Locals Only with Mark Sheck.
We're up against
Alt 102.7.
Clear Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think it'd be badass if we won. I just go up there and go, Cumulus, the power of radio. Wah! and walk off.
Don't you want to be a part of that, Thomas? All you got to do is go be not Stubbs.
Does Clear Channel have a theme? Do they have a jingle? I'll sing that one too.
I thought it was iHeartMedia.
It's got to
now.
be a Disturbed song.
You know
Right?
what I'll do? Is I'll just go up with your iHeartRadio promo on my phone and just
yeah.
hold up the microphone and go,
You should.
Yes.
That might get national media because there's going to be someone videoing it and they're like, look what this guys did. Like,
do you get in trouble for not wearing pants on Toby Keith Day at the office?
What about
Radio.
you getting your rocks off when you listen to Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj?
Truffle butter. And what do you say at the end of that?
I don't know. That was actually a good little spot we did.
Listen to the same shitty music on the way to the shitty job on your shitty day.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
You know, I got
Your
some shit
shitty
for
music,
telling people to
shitty
off
butt.
themselves if they hadn't seen Tool in the write-up.
I know you did. I had
Did
to
you
listen
get
to
some
some of
too?
it.
They're like, dude, tell Stubbs to calm down.
Why does he want to
Why does
kill
he get
people?
so stoned? Why does he smoke so much weed before he
Actually-
does his write-ups?
I actually read that and I was like, wow, that's where we're going with this. I wasn't even shocked, really. It was just like
I know that
the
dude.
end of the
He's
first
a
paragraph. I was
jackass.
just like, all right, well, from an English teacher standpoint, at least his grammar's good to go.
Hey, there's where you need to send your stuff
Hey,
for
yeah, you
editing.
want to start editing my stuff because it needs it bad.
You can't afford me, dude.
Man, that's what Caroline said too from TCU.
Yeah, it
Caroline.
happens. So you guys have a record.
We do.
Yes.
Where's it at?
No hard copies.
Where's a hard copy at?
So
We already sent
No
you
digital
one.
key.
No,
or
I have a
anything?
digital one. Where's the hard copy?
the hard copies are in the car that I didn't drive here.
Oh,
You son of a bitch.
I literally put them in.
I want to see
my
this
car.
artwork.
I mean, I have the artwork, but just
I
not
know. I've
physically.
seen pictures of it. I want to see a physical thing I can hold in my hand and touch and hold and hug and squeeze.
You got to chill on the pedo metal.
Oh, I had a lot of Adderall today.
Well, I tell you what, you show up on Friday to Mass for our album release show. You can see all the physical copies you want.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
If I come and I shoot you guys, do I get in free?
Now you'd go to jail.
I think we could probably arrange for
Yeah,
that
we
to
could put you on
happen.
the list.
I'm no, not like that. No,
I'm
that-
ready.
No,
Whoa.
Goddamn American.
Oh my gosh, this show's
I'm,
getting. YouTube's not gonna
all
let this
right.
fly.
Well,
And we're
no,
done. Yeah.
I won't be allowed out of the house now. Thanks.
Great, we're fucked.
Josh
Oh,
just
no.
lost his job.
No, we're gonna guard the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
No.
no, Josh still
We're
has
gonna
his
make
job.
sure everybody
Alright.
is
We just-
legal to come in there. Of age.
Mm-hmm. Because it's 21 and up only.
Yes.
it's 18 and up.
Oh, it is 18.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually,
18 and up.
you can take you can take a kid in there as long as they're with you.
Mark that.
What? I took my son in there for our show. He's
Don't
14.
mark that, but the first one mark.
Just don't let them buy the candy machine that has cigarettes in it.
Yeah, that seems like that would be a terrible
And
idea.
don't
they
play
get
any of y'all's
Xanax.
pedo metal songs.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If we even had any.
Seriously, Stubbs.
Sorry.
No, you're not sorry. Shut the fuck up.
You can add that.
Not
to your
even a little
stand-up?
bit.
Pedo metal? I might, man.
Y'all need someone to introduce y'all.
Not even a little bit.
No, we're good.
You'll be happy to know I have my kids, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, guys.
Well, these two don't even like me announcing us before we start.
Let's get to that. What's wrong with Thomas getting up there and saying, on drums?
You know
Hey,
he's got to
you
get
know
all
what?
the
way
way
from
You know what
California.
though? Like, what an amazing job he did that night. I couldn't sing.
Oh, it was
That
awesome.
was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, that was
Pretty cool.
It was awesome.
I'm just glad we could pull it off.
Oh,
you pulled
yeah.
it off good, man. A lot of
You
people
did.
enjoyed it.
It was really cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was definitely one of the
Very raw.
Yeah.
A lot of people said that too. They're like, man, it gives it a whole different sound.
A lot of people said y'all could play smaller bars around as a cover band of Josh and the Jet Noise with you singing.
And get
Shit.
free drink
And get
tickets.
free drink tickets and make
That's
massive
funny.
money.
And still get the same, more added publicity.
Would
In
the
fact-
real Josh and the Jet Noise sue the cover band Josh and the Jet
Matt and the
Noise? If
Jet-
you found out the
Matt and the
cover
Jet Noise?
Matt and the Jet Noise made some money, would y'all sue?
Sounds to me like the money's all going in the same place. So no.
Yeah. And plus, none of us have.
What if
Dual
Matt opens
split
a bank
personalities.
account
Well, speak for yourself.
I have a bank account.
Well,
and he filters that Matt and the Josh Noise money over
That
to
and the
his account?
Josh noise.
Matt and the Josh Noise, ladies and gentlemen.
That's so confusing.
Free pebbles.
Or
Matt and the Josh Noise.
Hedgehog explosion. Sonic boom. Get it? Ba-dum.
What?
Matt.
Matt.
You know that guy's your bass player.
We're fully
Yes,
aware.
he is. Yes, he is.
And we are very lucky to have him.
indeed.
Okay, before we move on to the next question about the new album, would you introduce the band as you would at a show real quick? Because they're not going to let you do it live.
Would you do
so-
your 5-minute stand-up set
I'll-
before y'all set?
Look, okay, here's the deal.
Nope.
Damn.
What? No, you're not? Wait,
Well, no, because
Do the
it's not.
band-
It's
do-
not my show. It's our show,
okay, do
I
the
know,
band
but-
announcement.
and it's not a comedy.
I'm going to play the
Stand up.
drums. I'm going to be the drummer. You're going to be Josh. And I'm
Greetings, everyone. We are Josh and the Jet Noise. We are North Richland Hills' third bestest band. It is so lovely to see everyone tonight. This is our first song. It is called Enigma.
No, wait. Time out. I thought you were going to introduce the each member and stuff.
Oh.
Do y'all still do that? Do y'all still
Coming
introduce
in
each
from
other?
San
No.
Francisco.
No,
No,
we did that on the Confounded every once in a while, but
The San
There
Francisco
are
treat.
3 of us.
I
They
know.
know who we are.
Some people may get
I don't
confused.
know, man.
They may think he's Matt.
Susie takes a lot of mushrooms at these Josh and the Jet Noise shows, so she
Way
might
to
need...
throw people under the bus.
Oh,
our
sorry.
super fan.
Bring,
Good job, Stubbs.
bring, bring. So tell us about this album.
So
I gotta pretend like I haven't heard it and I know nothing about this album.
It's
Wait,
called
and
the
I haven't
sound.
been
Of,
listening to it for a month.
yeah,
the sound of love burning is the title.
Yeah, and
I wrote an
this is-
album about me.
Yeah, this is the part where I get to be super fucking pretentious.
Y'all made
There we go.
y'all, how many tracks are there?
8.
8 tracks about Stubbs' sex life,
Acht.
his love life,
The burning love.
Well,
crashing and burning.
Oh,
as long as he's taking
wow.
drugs for it, it's fine. So as Matt said, the
Penicillin.
pretty much the title of the album is the sound of love burning, and it's an unintentional concept album, and it's basically the idea that every relationship you're in is the last one you're in until it's not. And most relationships, when they run that cycle, they have a relatively common theme, especially when you're younger and have more toxic relationships until you find the one that isn't. You've got your infatuation, you've got your, hey, we should give this a shot, you've got the, oh my God, we're so in love, and then the, we're still in love, but we're kind of starting to piss each other off, and shit, this is over, but we're not trying to admit that it's over. And then you have the terrible, terrible post-breakup, everybody's angry and hates each other, and finally cycling back to the acceptance of, well, that chapter's done, and now it's time to start over again and hopefully find something a little better for the long term.
So what you're saying is you don't believe in monogamy.
My wife would be really shocked to hear that. And
Like a loaded question there, huh?
and when Josh was writing the songs, because songwriting wise, Josh writes all the songs. Josh brings them to Matt and I.
Now,
at
hold on.
practice.
That's unfair.
Stop the brakes.
Okay.
You write all the
Stop-
songs.
stop the brakes?
Or let's hit the brakes. Whatever. I've had some very pebbles here. When you writing the song wise, you mean melody, lyrics,
See,
everything.
See, now that's where I was gonna say that's unfair, because like I bring in what I like to, I don't know,
Skeletons.
He
brings in
yeah, like the
skeletons.
structure.
skeleton. I've got chords, and then I kind of wait to do lyrics till after I see what they're gonna do with it. So that's why there's 3 people's name on the album and not just mine. Like
Yours is the big one in the font before the jet noise.
It's
well, I mean,
Yes.
that's
Accurate.
true. Yes.
Accurate.
Yeah.
So I really wondered about that. Like,
What do you mean?
the writing wise, how y'all did write?
I mean, okay, so like most of the time I try to flesh it out before I get there. Like I try to give them something that's completed.
Ish.
Yeah, something. I mean, the dream is always to walk in and be like, here it is. It's perfect. It's awesome. Just add your bass and drums. That never happens.
Accurate.
And you know, I don't know if it's just because I never get this from Matt, so I don't know if it's because Chris wants to be contrarian all the time or what.
Accurate.
But inevitably, there's always something that's like, Josh, I think we need to change this here.
Chris sounds a lot like Trump.
Keep
going.
I think we need to change this here. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be huge.
But
It's gonna be huge.
to Chris's credit, he's got some good ideas. So
Sometimes.
yes,
No, they're in a
general.
band situation. No matter how many people are in that band, there will always be one person that goes, "Hey,
yeah,
that's pretty cool, but
yes,
It's
what if
generally
we
me.
change this up and
It
move
is.
this around."
It is totally generally me with that.
But
Yeah.
so y'all don't get together for hours on end and just jam aimlessly trying to come up with
No.
something.
I think
and
the cool
then,
I think the cool thing about this is we don't like to overthink things in this band too much. Now, I will say this: it takes us anywhere from 2 to 3 months sometimes to get a new song out, just because we have limited time. And so we have a song called Gold. We've been sitting on for about 2 months.
Yeah, about 2 months.
About 2 months.
3 months.
Are y'all still rehearsing at the house?
Yeah, my house.
Yeah.
At Castle Fujiwa.
So we're
Can
just
me
kind
and
of waiting
Dustin,
to
our
unload
project-
that.
Rehearse there? Is that okay?
We'll talk about that after the show. I'll give you my rates.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, Shelly, give me
Or you
hers.
could just go to the old police station. They may offer some better rates than I can.
Did you hear that, buddy?
Mm,
I said, well, Shelly, give me hers.
What?
Her rates.
Wow.
God damn it.
wow. Hey, Shelly, watching on YouTube. How you
She doesn't
doing?
listen to us, man.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
She thought
She'll
you were
probably
funny.
listen right now since I'm on here.
She thought you were funny at one time. Not
Still-
anymore.
She still does.
So
Both you guys.
there was something. Shit. You
How
just
many
threw me
tracks
off.
are it again?
8.
On 8 tracks. And what studio? Was it Cloudland, right?
Yo,
Yep.
Or,
Yeah, we
Joe Tackle.
yeah, we went back into
That
Cloudland
goddamn Joe.
again.
yeah.
With Joe and Rebecca from Mean Motor Scooter.
That goddamn
Well,
Rebecca.
did she help out with the engineering last time, or was it?
Yeah, she did some.
She did.
And
Okay.
she did with
yeah.
this one too.
All right.
She has some additional keyboards on some of our songs too.
So, what was different about this trip to the studio in regards to?
16 mics on Chris's drum kit.
That was a thing. Joe told me before.
It sounds like one.
Joe told me before we went in. I'm just gonna slide right past that.
At least it doesn't
That-
sound like St. Anger drums.
Accurate. That
That snare is weird.
that he really wanted to kind of go mad scientist with my drums, and going in, I'm like, okay, just make them sound good and I'll be happy. And we got there on the Friday evening, I get set up and Joe starts putting microphones. I'm like, okay. And he puts more microphones. I'm like, okay. And he keeps putting microphones. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? In that kind of, I trust you. You obviously know what the fuck you're doing. But it was a little jarring / interesting. You know, I play a 4-piece kit. I do not play a large kit. And seeing 16 microphones in various configurations around it was kind of like, okay.
And he just turned to you and goes, "We don't need bass on this record. It's all gonna be drums.
All drums, yeah. But
We'll
New
let
steaded.
we'll let these pick up Matt as his amps on the other
So
side
he
of the
didn't
room.
use a lot of times he used the what is it, the Glenn John drum mic setup. He didn't do that with you this time, huh? He used like 16 mics.
yep.
Did y'all record all this live?
So we basically tracked it exactly like we tracked it last time, where the drum tracks and bass tracks are basically the original.
Yeah, we did it simultaneously.
And with
Our tracks, that is.
with Josh, playing scratch tracks with this. So because we tend to believe that our music is better when we're playing it live, and there's just something to the vibe and feel that you get when you're all in the same room playing the tracks to start with, and so it worked for us on the first album, so we figured we'd do it again this album. And I don't think, barring Enigma, which I'm not counting for purpose of this because we tried a couple takes the first day after setting up and they were terrible, we didn't go past 3 takes on any of the bass and drum tracks.
Oh, look at you guys! One take worms.
Well, we're
Such badass.
Yeah.
there's
The rhythm section.
and the month leading up to going in, like every practice was okay, these 8 songs and we're running them and we're running them
And that's all we
and
did.
we're running them.
We did the same with the previous recording too.
With the idea being that making mistakes in the studio is expensive, and pissing money away in the studio is
It's just dumb.
It's just a terrible fucking idea. So Matt and I were done by like midday Saturday, like 1 or 2 in the afternoon Saturday ish. And then at that point, it was all Josh for guitar and vocals
For the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, just 3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
21 days of
The
you
next-
recording guitars and vocals.
At Sound
Yeah.
City.
Stack guitar
All day,
stack
all
guitars.
night.
Overdubs.
I remember what I was going to say
Overdubs.
when we were talking about writing. I know you're a fan of Sound City,
Oh
the
yeah,
documentary.
yeah, yeah.
Do you ever have that moment where Dave is with Paul McCartney and he's just like, "Man, it should always be this easy," and Paul McCartney's like, "Yeah, it should always be this easy." Like they just spit out a song in 5 minutes, like.
Yeah, no, because Dave has the ability to record in his own studio, and we don't.
But not counting the recording, I'm at the writing process.
Oh,
you just
yes.
spit out a song that fast. I mean, I'm to the point to where I don't think in my life where if you are spending days and days and days trying to write a song, it's not worth it anymore.
Well, like for example, we got I keep talking about this song that is not on the record, but Gold, the song we're writing that's finished.
Can't wait to hear it next year.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
At this rate.
But it's it came together actually pretty quickly. I think the problem musically was, actually the problem was lyrics. I couldn't figure out where the lyrics were gonna fall, and then it came together pretty quick. But the music together fast. I find we wrote one recently.
That's really one of the things I also love about a 3-piece band, and I miss about a 3-piece band, is how quick things come together and how easy and diplomatic things are when you have to get things done. And I always used to say, and I've said it a million times on here, that I think a 3-piece is more dynamic sounding than a 4 or 5-piece, because you don't have two instruments trying to fight the same space.
Fair.
Sonic space,
occupy the same sonic space, like when you have two guitarists. But it's just way easier as a 3-piece.
2 guitarists can be fun though. I mean,
oh no, it totally can.
We've been there, we've done that.
Yeah.
But this has actually been pretty cool. Everybody kind of stays in their own lane musically, and no one really tells the other person really what to do. Suggestions are thrown out, usually swatted away. But
not true.
Completely inaccurate.
Our previous band, maybe, but not this one.
Yeah, but I mean, we're all pretty happy with the situation.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a case with the songwriting that as much as the joke is made, you swat away the suggestions. Typically, if one of us feels the need to make a suggestion to one of the others, there's usually a relatively well thought out reason behind why the suggestion is being made. There was a case with "Am I Getting to You," which is on the new album.
Look at that! There's a plug.
Yeah, there's a
there
plug.
You go.
That's the first single, and we dropped a video for it and all that good stuff. So that's
I want
awesome.
to get to that video here in just a second.
Sweet. There was a case with that where I briefly made the suggestion of, I think the outro is too long. Let's try shortening it. And both Matt and Josh went, okay, in that we'll try it because we're up for pretty much we're up for trying things that are being suggested because people are not making stupid suggestions. And then we did it, and I listened back to the recording, and I messaged them that, and I was like, yeah, no, don't make it shorter. It's fucking stupid if we do this. Thank you for indulging me, but it's dumb. Just let's keep it the way it is.
It goes back to the whole philosophy. I think that when we started, which was, let's just try everything and always be open-minded. So we've been that way for most of it. So that's pretty cool.
So no band fight, huh? Come on.
No. I mean, Chris and I can get into it on mixes, but that's pretty much it.
I mean, I think we've had one instance.
Thomas has never thrown a bass at one of y'all?
Thomas has never thrown a bass at one.
No, I have not.
And Matt will sit back and go, "You two guys are so funny." And
but I can think of one specific instance where something happened and Josh told me something, and I flat just dead stared at him like, you have got to be fucking kidding me.
I don't even remember.
No, it was quick. I mean, it was one of those things where it was a situation. It happened. I dead stared at him, and I don't get loud when I'm angry. When I'm genuinely pissed, I am dead quiet and just.
He's planning on where he's gonna put the bodies.
Pretty much.
Is what it is.
Pretty much. Now, fortunately...
Not my shed.
Yeah.
In the walls.
In the walls, exactly. Fortunately, it was one of those situations that, it was resolved very quickly. I don't even think the situation lasted the entire practice, but it was something that at the beginning of practice, it started, and by the end, it was like, it was fixed.
Yeah.
So literally the longest I can say that we've had any sort of that one time. Other than that, I genuinely can't think of like a genuine
That's
fight.
good.
I'd say we disagree quite often.
Yes.
Yeah.
We disagree on musical choices and sometimes ideas. But
you ever get into it about Van Halen?
Why would we get into it about Van Halen?
Oh, you
David?
have all so many issues. Like
Yeah, David and Sammy.
and Gary.
Yeah,
I've
and
seen
Ga-
all
well,
3
don't
of them.
forget
I don't
Gary.
know.
You saw Gary?
I've seen all 3, yeah.
I've been in fights
you might
with my
be the
band
only
about
person
who
I
the
know that's seen Gary.
And I will be the only person to tell you that Gary was the best live show of the 3 of them.
Show's over.
That was hilarious.
Well, it's because he played the entire catalog.
we
So-
played
both
into
sides?
fights.
Huh?
He played both sides of them.
Oh, yeah.
How did he sound?
He sounded great.
Because I always wondered, like, I've never seen him do any of Sammy or Dave's stuff.
No,
put
he
it out
did.
of my
Just wondering how he
memory.
pulled it out.
Dude, like they opened with Mean Streets, and then they went into like it was a little bit of everything. It
I
was
can't
great.
imagine him doing David singing Mean Street.
Did he jump around?
Let's be honest. It was the first time I'd seen him, like, and I was a teenager, so it was like I could see Eddie play, and he might have been horrible. I don't know. I was too busy like enjoying Eddie doing his finger tapping and all that stuff.
Did
Yeah.
they play more than words? Did they play any extreme
No,
stuff?
no extreme
I
stuff.
was just
Did they
wondering,
play
like,
Cupid's Dead?
I would want.
Come
Yeah,
out
no.
and play?
Oh, that's the one I would want to hear. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
That'd been
So
rad.
that's the
that would have been
so
crazy.
yeah, we've gotten in fights in our bands about who the most evil person in metal is.
We have.
And the way he tells me my tone is shit, he throws a bass at me.
I do.
I think the key there is that all 3 of us listen to like not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all in different
Yeah.
zones, ozone layers
So
and stuff.
okay,
definitely.
what are you listening to these days?
These days, oh god, why did you have to ask me?
Like what's influencing your writing style?
I don't have an answer for you currently because I just finished reading a Stevie Ray Vaughan biography. So,
Now you want to go just jam on some blues?
well, you know what?
Well, he is playing a Strat more.
I've
recently.
never, I had never heard Albert King until after I read it. So, I really enjoy that. But
And you never listened to Albert King until you read that book?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
what do
that
you
was-
think about that?
dude, that was so awesome.
Yeah.
Like I really dig it. It's really cool. I dig the brass section and the
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Freaking rad.
It's really awesome. It's really really awesome. But that and for
cough
Christmas, my wife bought me the Tom Morello Masterclass.
How is that? Because I saw ads for that like crazy.
Dude, it's freaking awesome. But like, you know almost everything until you get to maybe lessons 13, 14, and 15 where he starts talking about theory. And then I just
Do
keep
you know
going
theory?
back.
Do you know theory at all?
Not a whole lot. And the way he describes it's a lot better than the way other people do. Like,
That a music teacher at TCC.
yeah, no,
does?
and I don't know if it's because he holds more weight with me than
He's keeping your attention longer than
Yeah.
some guy just mumbling on about
right. But the way
theorem and
circle-
how it works
circle
and
of
how you come
fists
in
and
and
stuff.
bring your
yeah,
fists
well,
around.
I mean, like I sat down and learned several scales because of him, and that's all I did for like 5 days straight. And she goes, my wife was like, "Well, I didn't expect you to take to it that quickly." I go, "You gave me this, so I'm gonna use it." It's just, like,
Listen, Tom Morello practiced 8 hours a day when he was in college every day.
yeah, yeah.
So
He-
that's what I'm gonna do.
He talked about that. Yeah, he talked about like how if you get it up to an hour or 2 hours, you're gonna be impressed by, what you see.
Yeah.
I think he's right because for a while there I was doing like 2 hours and then
Dude, if you practice
stuff
the
happened.
blues, if you practice the blues 2 hours a day for I would say just 2 months, you'll see phenomenal changes.
Oh, yeah,
like
for
if
sure.
You're like, oh, I can play pretty much any rock and roll song I want and
Mhm.
do it at a whim.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Learn those blues licks.
Yeah, man, those are cool.
What are you into these days, Chris?
I'm still listening to a lot of Breaking Benjamin, Seven Dust, The Who.
Just kidding.
Seven Dust and the Who. That's a big
The only one I don't like is
difference.
Breaking Benjamin.
I don't know anything about them, so
They were your favorite band for like 2 years.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
You
I
talk
forgot
about
about
them all
that,
the
man.
time.
I love that hit they do, the Demons in the Head song.
That's all of them.
I still
Yeah,
listen to
yeah,
Seven
yeah.
Dust. Yeah.
I
Dude,
forgot.
that first Seven Dust album is still
The one with
fucking
Bitch?
holds up. The
Yes.
one with the, and
Black, yeah.
Black,
Yeah.
yeah. That album's bad.
I saw them on that tour. They played the Galaxy Club.
I saw him at a skate
It's like
park.
after the first two Seven Dust albums, then all of
Mansfield.
I saw him at Rick's in Denton.
Damn.
Remember that little place?
Nice.
But it seems like after
Before
the
it burnt
first two
down, yeah.
albums of Seven Dust, then they went to one of those bands that has 2 good songs per album. To me,
I would disagree with that statement, but we can fight about that later. That's cool.
no, I don't want you to bury me.
What are you gonna say, Josh?
I don't want to have a band fight with you,
I forgot Pearl Jam, and there's a band that
Mike McCready, because of Stevie Ray, probably.
well, no, I've been getting really back into Pearl Jam. So
More
Have
blue
you not-
stuff.
yeah,
Everything
but
Pearl
have you
Jam
not
is blues
recognized the
yeah,
similarities
I
between
do,
the way
I
they
do.
play?
But what I'm obsessed with Pearl Jam is the tone of Stone Gossard and Mike McCready together.
Yeah,
So that
cool.
But and everyone's gonna be
It's-
mad at me. I'm not talking like 10 era Pearl Jam. I'm talking like a little bit later,
Mhm.
where they've got the Strats and they're
Which,
don't have
which,
as much-
How far a little bit later?
God, man. I honestly like everything.
I'm not a big No Code fan.
I like
Yeah.
everything from Vitalogy to now, but I like everything before then too.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a blemish on there. No Code, like the first half of the album's great. The second half's
It gets
not.
weird.
Yeah, it gets weird, but that and there's a band called Kolars that's just 2 people. It's a husband and a wife, and one guy plays guitar and his wife plays the drums and tap dances.
I've seen that shit. I
Dude,
know what you're talking about.
it's
I
actually-
was like, what the hell is this?
it's actually really good.
Yeah, I think Dave sent me that video of them playing. I didn't know that was their name, but I was like, what the hell is going on? She's tap dancing and playing drums.
Dude, she's a beast.
Yeah.
See, I
crazy.
love the thing about Mike McCready is I love Stevie Ray Vaughan, and when my dad, like when he died, my dad, I remember my dad being sad and my uncle, but I really didn't realize what a badass he really was until I got like when I was a teenager and stuff, and got into guitar. And the thing that was cool about Pearl Jam is you would listen to Mike McCready and be like, that dude has listened to a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and that's like once I started figuring that out, then it threw me back into Stevie Ray Vaughan. Then I really started looking into all his stuff and all his licks, and I was just
I think all of 10 was recorded on one of Stevie Ray Vaughan's Strats. that
I
he
thought
had.
McCready had already started playing on. No, you're right.
Yeah, I think
Because
all
a
of 10
lot
was
the early
on Stevie- was
footage
one
of
that he
him
gave
doing live and all those album, all the songs off of 10, you can see him playing a Strat.
And it's one he gave him or something like that, or he acquired.
Nice.
Whoa.
Something like that.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
definitely.
That works. And then you
Yeah, what are you listening to, Thomas?
don't tell me some goddamn manga bullshit soundtrack shit.
What? No.
Manga?
No.
Some
Jenga?
manga.
Yo, or anime soundtracks.
Some
No.
hentai tentacle porn
No,
stuff.
Academia Nut Cookie album.
No.
Is that what he said
I'm-
earlier? You went to the
Sounded like it.
macadamia
Maca-
cooking nut
Say it again one
convention?
time because it sounded like you were saying
My
Macadamia.
Hero Academia is the name of the.
What was the name of the convention?
It was called Plus Ultra content.
It sounds like a place to pick up plus size women.
Ooh,
Nope.
man.
It was not a BBW convention. If that was the case, I would not have brought my daughter.
I'm sorry, what? B
What?
Dub Dub? Buffalo Wild Wings?
BBW.
Oh, BBW.
Yeah.
What is that?
You know what it stands for, man. Don't be
Me?
be dumb. Yeah.
No, I don't. Do I look like a guy that jacks off a lot to porn?
Yes. That's how I know that you know what it means.
If there was to be a face to jacking off the porn,
It would
You
be
would
yours.
have-
Me going like this?
Yep.
you'd be. You remember the guy in Guitar World that was perfect pitch guy?
I think this was part of my
You'd be
stand-up.
perfect porn guy.
If you saw me do my stand-up,
Perfect
then
masturbation
you probably
guy.
know what I'm talking about.
All right. So what kind of hentai stuff are you listening to?
Well, not hentai or any anime
All right,
soundtracks.
for real, no. What BDSM are you?
I've actually
now?
been listening to a lot of Rush again recently since with the passing of Neil Peart a few weeks ago. That and Wolfpack. I told you guys about them before.
Wolfpack is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
cool.
jazzy stuff.
they
right?
they sold out Madison Square Garden a couple months ago, and they uploaded their entire performance to
Good
YouTube.
stuff.
Didn't they? No, you weren't at that show.
Their
They
bassist Joe Dart's
opened-
badass.
Yeah.
They opened for one of the shows I covered at Toyota.
Was it like for
But they
animals
went-
as leaders or something?
I
Like
can't remember who it was, but I went to cover it, but I couldn't shoot them. They had a no shoot clause
yeah.
and no press coverage for them.
Are they from New York?
No, they're from Michigan.
Michigan?
Yeah.
They're jazzers, right?
Yeah,
jazzy.
they're very funk driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if there was a
Yeah.
modern day like Funk Brothers or any of those other like house bands that Motown had,
Mhm.
this would be them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've listened to a
God, I
couple
can't
of their
remember who
albums.
they opened for.
Medeski, Martin and Wood.
Was
Anybody
it Cooper?
know who that is?
Mm-mm.
I do know who Medeski, Martin, and
Do
Wood
you?
are. Yes.
Nice.
It might have been Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Maybe.
Them opening up.
Maybe not. I have to go look.
You probably Google it.
All right, just go look at my
Of
badges.
course, how different is that with you two playing with Rage Against the Machine?
Well, U2 was doing weird stuff on that tour because they had Big Audio Dynamite, Public Enemy, and Rage Against the Machine.
Big
That's the-
Audio
that's the
Dynamite. They're the
Pop
ones
Mart
that
tour.
did the
Yeah.
Big Audio Dynamite. They're the ones that did the. Oh no, it's Domino.
If you have my time again.
Who's the one that did?
Yeah, Big
wasn't
Audio
it-
Dynamite was Simon Jones from The Clash.
I think Prodigy
yeah,
was
yeah.
open for him
Yeah,
on that
Prodigy
tour.
did it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes the back of my crystal fist. Bow, bow.
Rest in peace. Moment of silence.
What?
Okay.
Not too long.
Paul.
Did you not like Prodigy?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
that's right.
Prodigy, but I didn't
Keith
think
Flint,
he doesn't
yeah.
need that long of a moment of silence,
Yeah.
does he? I mean,
He was just a dancer. And then he started singing. And they're like, hey, you have a cool voice. Let's make you the fire starter.
bring the pressure.
Let's smack a bitch up.
Okay. Guess we're gonna promote family violence, but
Hey.
domestic violence. But you go ahead, dude, with your comedy.
What was
okay?
the name of that album? Land of
Fat of the Land.
Fat of the Land.
That's
This is
the one
when
with the
this is when
scorpion on
Dustin
it.
starts making
That was a good
cancer
record.
jokes too. You want to do some cancer jokes?
Jeez.
All right, so y'all's show is this Friday.
Yes.
Correct.
You're going to
Yes, sir.
release this record upon the world.
We are.
And what are y'all's plans with it? Just kind of just keep releasing it out there, show after show, just kind of bouncing around town, and then y'all going to tour this?
When's the next Peppermill Lounge show?
Are y'all going to go out of town? Do any shows out of town?
Are we asking too many questions?
Go
No.
to Austin. Y'all could do Austin.
Never asked too many questions.
Y'all
Yeah,
could do
y'all
Waco
could do
too.
Austin.
Y'all could do Waco.
I mean,
Waco.
Yeah, we haven't tapped into the out of town market with this
You need
album
to.
yet.
With the album yet? Yeah, well, because it's new. But
Yeah, you haven't put it out yet. But
yeah,
and we,
y'all, have y'all done any out of town shows?
we
We
played
have
Honolulu.
We actually where was that show that we were supposed to play
Oh yeah,
back in June that got canceled because the band broke up? Do you remember where that was, Chris? Because I can't remember the town.
Please tell me the pizza place in Tyler.
Peppermill Lounge.
No,
not.
it wasn't in Tyler. It was.
it was almost a Tyler. It was out that way.
Tyler City Rose.
No.
The place that has a house made out of salt.
Trees.
What's the name of that town? You're from East Texas.
House made of salt.
It
They
was
have
a
a
house made of hay.
Was it Marshall or something?
Grand Saline.
The next
Yeah,
piece had
yeah,
a
there you go.
house made of
Oh.
twigs.
Is that East Texas though?
Yeah, they have a house made of salt. It's out there by Canton.
The third
Is it?
pig had a
I don't
house
really
made
consider
of
that
bricks.
deep east.
Would that stand? Would a house of salt withstand the big bad wolf?
Absolutely not.
No,
I don't
man,
know.
because
That
if you
thing's
had a
been
bunch
there
of
forever. It's
cows,
like
if you had a
rock
bunch of cows, they'd
Oh,
lick it.
good point. Hadn't thought
Yeah.
about that.
If
They
I was
just-
the
they just go
wolf,
through it.
no, if I was the wolf, I'd bring my friends, the cows, and just let them lick the house down.
Well, in your fairy tales, I am the wolf.
Nice, nicely played.
Brought
You
that
win.
around.
You win the podcast show
Did I-
today,
did I
with
win it?
that.
I get the podcast award.
Yeah.
But to answer your question about
Do Waco.
out of town shows,
Y'all could do them.
so I mean,
do Waco. Do Austin
Lubbock.
and then go down. Go to, okay, here's what you do. You start on 35 and you skip Waco. You start up in Oklahoma. You drive right through Jack and Diane's, whatever. And then you go to Austin and then you hit San Antonio.
It's
and then you
not
come
Jack
back.
and Diane.
Whatever their
Little
names
ditty,
are, man.
that
I don't know
Jack
why
and
you're obsessed with them
Diane.
so much.
Chip and Diane? They're
Yeah.
buddies of mine.
Chip and Joanne.
Chip and Joey.
Chip and Diane. I still have not seen this show ever in my life, and you love them.
good for you.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
I've seen a couple
Everybody's
episodes.
seen it.
Chip and Diane.
Except you.
Chip
I'm
and
just not into Chip and Diane.
Joanne.
Stop begging prostitutes and you can watch
I
this
don't-
show.
What does that have to do with Chip and Diane?
That's female escorts.
Just thought it was a good arguing point that isn't obviously didn't work.
Apparently.
I like it.
So
Trying to keep you from getting the green drip.
If I was to be,
penicillin.
if I was to be having sexual intercourse with prostitutes, then I would definitely quit, and I would use to
would
wean off
watch
that.
Chip
I would
and
watch Chip and
Joanne.
Diane.
Joanne.
Chip and Joanne.
That's how Charlie Sheen got AIDS.
Is Joanne fat?
No.
No.
She's hot.
Is Chip?
No.
No.
He's
It's just
hot.
are big names. Like I can. When you say that, I just imagine like Lulu
Giant
and Bill. Yeah, just hey, we're from Waco. We eat a lot of blueberry.
Next time when we go down for South by Southwest,
We're gonna stop there.
we're gonna stop at the Magnolia Silos and we're gonna hang out with them. I'm gonna be like, dude, this is Chip and Diane.
And
And you're gonna go, no, this show in.
Good goddamn to meet you. I'm Matt Stubbs. Shake their hand.
And they'll be like, y'all are podcasters. That's one step below having a home renovation
You
show on
know, high five.
HGTV.
Like, yeah, dude.
That'd be like if y'all got y'all
Like
shit
this
together and built a plan, y'all could be on HGTV too.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you and I renovating a house?
No,
Oh, God.
no, that'd be fucking terrible.
I see
would
the
be-
inside of this place, and I just think,
I mean-
how much further could it go?
I mean, it might be canceled after the first episode, but that first episode would be out of control.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, man. And upload that on YouTube.
Fuck this! I'm drinking.
Hey, if Vanilla Ice can have his own show for how many seasons?
We
I mean,
Does he still have his show?
We had a guest that was Vanilla Ice's
Nephew. Yeah.
that gave us all sorts of inside information
Yeah,
about
from
that
that-
show.
And
From
then his
that
buddy
smoking
thought I
and
was
drinking group.
Then his buddy thought I was a Nazi or Trumper. What was his
I
deal?
seriously thought you were going to jump up and fucking deck that guy.
That's the only
No, I'm not a
time.
violent man.
That's the only time I thought Matt was gonna kill a guest.
I was not being.
I started
was-
like.
I'm not a violent
eased
person,
over so I could jump in between y'all. All right.
dude. He's gotten into more shit than me on this show.
But people love me.
You keep telling yourself
People
that.
love me.
Yeah.
They love
People
me.
love
Apparently
me.
people love me too, but I don't know why.
Oh man.
Well, that's sad. Well, these two guys love you.
Yeah.
I love you. We're gonna go to New York together.
Yes, we are.
Can we
Are we going to talk
now?
about that now?
And
or-
Rage.
There you go. I like that. I like what you did there. So we
Or are we still
are
talking
finally
about us?
taking the show. No, I'm going to talk about it now.
So
We
I
can
got
do
a
it.
show I'm watching on Net. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to bypass.
Oh, I do want to talk about my new obsession.
and I want
in
to.
a
I got
second.
something to tell Josh.
All right. So, which do you want to do first? You're the man with the sheet. the
Come
run
on.
sheet. What do you want to do?
Let's do this New York
Doing
at
an
the
audible.
end. Let's do this New York at the end.
New York at the end. What do you want to do now?
Streaming. I have fell in love with the show.
I have two.
For some reason, our household, I have no idea why, has that Apple TV Plus.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
I think
There's some
it-
good stuff on there, though, isn't there?
I think it came free when you got a new iPhone or
Yeah,
upgraded your iPhone or whatever.
They were giving away a year free
Yeah, you
with
got a year free.
Yeah.
various
Yeah,
purchases.
Mac from what's his name from It's Always Sunny has a show on there. It's supposed to be really good.
I haven't watched
It's
it
about
yet.
a video game or something.
Oh, Rob McElroy?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Rob McElroy.
I want to watch that. But one of the best shows I think I may have ever seen on TV besides Band of Brothers is For All Mankind. And it's
Mhm.
about the space race
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were going to say
yeah.
Mick Foley.
during the Apollo era.
Oh, yep.
But it's the Russians beat us to the moon and the U.S. is playing catch up. It's a rewrite on history.
Oh, kind of like Man in High Castle is a rewrite.
It's
Okay.
Absolutely. And Man in High Castle is kind of It was good, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
This is great. And today I watched the last two episodes, and I think I went through every emotion about 3 times in that
Well,
those
see,
two
this
episodes.
sucks
I was
because I don't have
freaking out.
I don't have Apple TV, so I don't have any way to watch that. but it
That's the
sounds
bad
awesome.
thing is like
You want to tell people about
this
the show,
show
and they're
is
like,
so badass, but who's all
Yeah.
gonna get this Apple TV Plus? And I mean, you
oh,
can
I
watch
would
it
if
on
I
your
could
phone.
afford it. I just don't. I can't, man. My streaming service, like, I'm starting to get too many.
That's the other thing. When
It's
are
like
we
too
gonna
many-
stop with this?
I
Yeah,
know.
where's the end at?
Or not. The whole point is now
Suck
it's
more money from
it's turning
everybody.
back it's turning back into cable because everybody cut the cord to do streaming and the cable companies went,
Yeah, now they're
fine, fuck you. Here's a whole bunch of streaming services that now you're going to subscribe to, and you're going to be paying more money than you were to start with cable. So
yeah,
fuck
they're
you,
already
go to hell.
starting to bundle the Hulu
E
Disney Plus bundle with
With
ESPN,
ESPN, yeah.
right?
Well, since
Like-
mine's free, I'll just give you my thing because I got a year
Can you do
free
that?
of this Apple TV. I'll just give you my login. But what's cool?
And Apple's probably going to be on to that, but I'll
Yeah.
try it.
What's cool is
They're listening
they'll
right
probably
now.
say there's another device and there's another device.
Yeah.
You can probably have so many devices. But what's cool is
chicks.
with the Apple TV Plus is if you're going through their thing and you find something you want to watch that they don't offer, they'll tell you what services you put all your subscription services into this app, and it will tell you which of your services have that streaming. And you click on it, and it will take you to Netflix, so you can watch whatever,
Oh,
or
cool,
Hulu,
man.
or whatever.
Yeah.
They're basically
right.
trying to be the portal so that
Yeah.
Just like iTunes is for
Yeah, they're trying to
podcasts.
be
They're
the
trying to
cable,
be-
the service
directory
provider, pretty
portal.
much.
well, and
Yeah.
it makes sense from a trying to get you to keep the service. If you are using it as your hub, then you become a sticky customer. Not that way, Stubbs. And and you're more likely to actually pay for the
Yeah.
service once your free year is up because you become accustomed to doing the thing.
They're going
with
to
it.
force us all to the dark web.
Well,
That's what's going to
Sony,
happen.
I guess
That's
Sony
what's gonna end up
dumped a
happening.
shit ton of
So
money
cool.
into this For All Mankind because it's a Sony
Yeah.
Studios thing. It's amazing. It's if you like Apollo 13,
Yep.
or From the Earth to the Moon, or what was the other, Apollo 11 we watched? That was the all the documentary footage they put together,
Yeah.
real life documentary footage. It's right up there with that.
Yeah.
It's
Damn
so
I'm interested.
dang good.
So mine is sci-fi too. It's not a rewrite on history or anything. Well, I guess it's a rewrite on the future. Well, you can't really do that though. It's just the future. But it's the show that I stumbled across on Amazon. It's called The Expanse.
Yes.
Do you watch that?
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
I know
dude.
of it, but I have
So-
not.
It's
watched
like a
it.
That's
cross
one of those
between
things.
Blade
I'm
Runner.
I'm about to start it. Now that I finished this, that was my
Dude.
next thing I'm going
Oh, The
into.
It's
Expanse?
awesome, man.
Yeah,
it's like
okay.
a cross between Blade Runner and like Mars, like
So-
the Discovery show.
What, Total Recall? Oh,
So apparently
It's-
it is based on a series of books, which I haven't
Oh,
read.
it is?
Yes, it is based on a series of books. Obviously they've taken some liberties with it because conversions.
Yeah.
TV.
But it was originally on Sci-Fi, and Sci-Fi's streaming
Yeah.
secondary
it was a
markets
sci-fi show,
was,
yeah.
was terrible. And quite honestly, if I hadn't started watching it after it was on Amazon and I knew there was a fourth season, I would have been really pissed off when I got to the end of season 3 and like, what the fuck do you mean there's no season 4?
I'm just into season 2. I just started
Yeah,
season 2.
So
man.
there's 4 seasons so far.
There are 4
Yeah.
seasons. It's already been renewed for a 5th, and you can definitely tell the budget
Production
jump
starts jumping
when
up.
and from between season 3 and season 4 when suddenly they got the Amazon money for season 4. Yeah, you can definitely tell the production takes another jump up because
Kind
Amazon
of like
money.
The Wire.
Game of Thrones did that too.
Yeah.
once
But-
it caught on.
But it was it is definitely one of the best shows I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah.
The writing's fantastic, the acting's fantastic, and it's science based sci-fi. Like the stuff
Yeah.
that is in it is relatively practical science.
Could happen in real life.
with all
pretty
the
much. Yeah.
with all the spaceships and whatnot, and actually
yeah, so
how
it's
they,
realistic.
how they do the acceleration and deceleration and all that. It's
This is what it
really
does to
good.
me. First of all, I had to watch it twice because the first time, of course, I was ripped. And so I was like,
Yeah,
this is the greatest thing ever. I love this show. And then so I watched I watched like 3 episodes, and then I went back the next day. I was like, I'm going to do this again and see if I'm still same thing, man.
Yeah.
And I binged the whole first season in like maybe over the weekend.
Yep.
And it's one of those shows that if y'all ever watched a movie or a show and you're like, damn, I'm going to die soon and I'm not going to get to see this cool stuff that's about to happen on Earth and in space.
Yep.
And you're like, that's what the feeling you get.
That's why I go back to shows about the Apollo missions. So that way I can be like, I wasn't born yet.
So I'm going to
Look at
live
this.
forever. Is
Yeah.
what yeah.
We have the
Man,
Space
this is
Force.
Cool, man. You should
now,
definitely
after
check it
all.
out, though.
So the reason I got on For All Mankind is because Garrett Reisman was on Joe Rogan and he was talking about a former astronaut. And his
Yeah,
episode
that was
is
a good show.
insane.
I listened to
and
that
he started
show.
talking about how he's an advisor on it. There's a couple of actual. So they tried to make things as realistic as possible,
Yeah.
the way they would actually work in space, where
Nice.
things
Yeah.
could actually happen in space.
The short
So-
astronaut.
So
He's a
like you
short
don't
dude.
you have stuff that there's no explosions in space.
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't have that. Like Star Wars has it all wrong. I mean, I love Star Wars, but
Well, yeah, it's
TIE
Star Wars is
fighters
more
and X-Wings
fantasy than it is
don't-
sci-fi.
listen, I know.
But I thought
I'm
a
just
rocket.
saying.
I thought a rocket was an explosion, a constant explosion. That's what a rocket is. That's what propels things.
Yeah, but if
It's
something
not,
hits
there's not going to
it,
be a flash.
it doesn't.
You know what's freaky
blow up.
about that was when he was talking about debris hitting the space station.
And when they
How close it is to actually just taking them
no,
out.
when they
It
were
hits that
carrying
shield.
when they were carrying that panel in,
Yeah,
and they got
The shield,
inside
you
and
can hear
looked at
ping,
it, and
and there's
they
a-
heard a ping.
yeah,
Or like he's talking about sitting in the space station, you're just cruising around all of a sudden, ping,
yeah.
ping.
And the only thing that keeps
Shit
it from
hitting
the only thing that keeps it from just completely depressurizing and causing all kinds of chaos is this little shield that they have. Is it around the whole fuselage?
Yeah, it's a little shield, and then they're double paneled walls.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff that hits it will hit that panel, so that it don't decompress.
Yeah, that was a good episode of Joe Rogan. You know what else
Fucking
I couldn't
crazy.
believe was that they pulled him off that motherfucker with 5 days left to get that patch.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, I'd be like on the way down,
5
like
days.
when I get down there, someone's getting their ass beat,
Pete, you're giving me that patch.
and everybody's like, no, you're not, because you're not going to be able to walk, you dumbass. See, that's why I couldn't be an astronaut. That was my first job choice, podcast or astronaut, and I chose podcasting.
You chode.
A lot of people think
I chose podcasting.
I'm ridiculous because even now,
You're still going to go to space
I'd go.
at some point.
Everybody be
yeah,
like,
I
everybody
would.
be like, man, that really is dangerous and risky. I don't care. Put me on a shuttle. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Let's do
So
it.
would you be one of the first ones going to Mars? Because they're going to die probably.
Yeah, I'm not going to Mars. I
There's-
just want to go into space.
There's always Space Force.
Yeah, I mentioned
There
that.
is.
Yeah, have they said what the age requirement's going to be for that? Like there's going to be a limit, right? Hopefully
12.
it's
Probably.
I'm sorry. What?
I was being a smartass. I said 12.
They're trying to figure out what they're going to call the
It's going to be like
soldiers
Ender's Game. You guys ever read that book?
in Space
Oh, yeah.
Force.
It's a good book. It's a
When's
good
this Space
series.
Force thing going to start taking off too? Like Trump talked a lot
No
of
pun
noise about
intended.
it, but
So
haha.
I have.
when's it going to happen?
I
here?
know someone.
Are they going to use blasters or are they going to use real guns? Like
Listen, I know someone that's
Uh-huh.
working right now. He's a contractor with the government. He is working on their command center. It will be at Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas. They are building the Space Force Command Center there
in Vegas?
All
I
right.
can see that.
at Nellis.
So when's it?
When he comes
when are they
back
gonna
into
start
town,
enlisting
I
and
want
stuff?
him to come in here and
Yeah,
go like, all
but
right, let's talk
you know
about
what?
this.
He probably won't be able to talk
He
about the
probably
stuff
won't.
we want to talk about.
Yeah, I want to be like, why don't you build for Space Force?
Yeah,
I know you're a GC, but what did you
Things.
build?
he's a GC with high clearance, probably.
Yeah, he was afraid they were gonna when all this stuff was kicking off.
Yeah,
Like before we went to California, and I was afraid I wasn't gonna be able to get on the base out there. Was the same thing? He's like, I think we're about to get kicked off the base.
I'm surprised
As a
that he
contractor.
actually says he knows you still. The show. You might have just gotten him fired, actually. By the way,
Probably not. I didn't say his name.
Nope.
Bill
So
Stevenson.
this is for you.
Oh boy.
And if you are going with me tomorrow, we may stop by there.
Where?
And if you go with me, we may stop by there.
Where?
On our way to Dallas, on our way to
Well, I live in Dallas.
Grenada, we're gonna make a stop up the Cedar Springs, McKinney Avenue way
Mhm.
for a Star Wars pop-up bar called the Illminster Cantina.
What?
You might have just sold me going to this award show just because of that.
Well, so
Dude.
I don't have to go to Disneyland to see
No.
the.
That's
Here's the inside of it right here.
Well, that's kind of awesome.
That is.
They will have themed cocktails. The Baby Yoda, consider the Leia.
The
Oh,
child.
nice, man.
I would like to stop by here and maybe have a cocktail or two on our way to the award show.
Are they going to have bands play?
that's pretty great.
It's
Ferg and Dan and the
I
Model
don't
Notes.
know, but it's
What's it called again?
it's up there by the Crescent.
Consider the Leia?
No, it's called the Illminster Pub. It's in Uptown.
Oh, nice.
So it opened February 15th.
Do they have any vegan options?
I don't know, but they have drinks, so
know,
you'll
I'm
have to
not a
drink
Did you go
there.
vegan?
I'm not going to drink.
They have a
I'm clean and sober.
here's one of the
Uh-huh.
cocktails. The Consider the Leia is Patron coffee liqueur, vodka, and rum chata.
Mhm.
And the Baby Yoda is
Chata.
made with vodka and green melon liqueur garnished with limes to resemble the child's iconic ears.
Aw.
Oh.
Oh. But
Uh-huh.
what do you think?
Looks
This was
pretty cool,
the same
man.
place that the last season of Game of Thrones.
What's the chess game?
They changed the bar into a Games of Thrones inspired bar.
What's the chess game on Millennium
That's-
Falcon? What's it called?
Oh, I forgot what it's called.
I don't remember what it's called.
They need to have that in this. You can
That's
play it.
It's not.
hologram.
Sabaka.
Sabaka? No, is it Sabaka? That's what.
no,
that's
that's
what.
how he won.
That's how you won.
Yeah.
that's how he won.
Yeah,
So back to
Sabaka.
card game.
Yeah,
Yeah. But anyway, I thought that was kind of badass.
That's pretty
Well,
cool.
It does look pretty
is.
badass.
Did you see? Is that the same company that's doing the Office pop-up bar in Dallas?
I don't know, but I saw that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't think it's open yet. I think they
No.
were just talking about it.
those are cool.
Speaking of Dallas,
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
did y'all watch this implosion the other day?
Yes.
And how they
Womp, womp, womp,
I thought about going over there in the morning, but it imploded a building, and now we have the Leaning Tower of
Of
Dallas.
Dallas, yep.
Oh, I did see this.
People
Okay.
are going crazy on Instagram,
Is it
taking
really the
pictures in front
elevator
of it.
shaft?
Yeah, it's the center elevator shaft. It's pretty genius.
Yeah.
That's some good Viagra.
All right, let's talk about New York City and coronavirus.
Have fun with that.
Oh no.
So we're going to New York City
Yes.
for
I mean, Josh and I are.
Our first trip.
y'all aren't.
No, Josh.
Your
and I
first trip to New York City
Jerry Jonestown Massacre's first trip.
as a
We
as
could
a
do a show in New York
unit?
City.
We
You might-
probably will.
well,
You
Actually-
might need to put that bass player ad out.
are. Yeah.
He may not
He
return.
may not come back.
Yeah, it'd be a problem.
Might
the
get
last
quarantined.
time, the last time
have to find a new
Thomas and
place to
I went
practice.
to,
Ooh.
or we crossed paths in New York City,
In New York, yeah, it was 2015.
we ended up walking 10 miles in how long?
No, it was 14. you
14
said.
in what, like 3 hours? 4
Yeah.
hours? Something?
That seems.
And then our old
seems
buddy
terrible.
Ted was up there too. He was
Yeah.
living up there.
He like had some work meeting shit going on.
Yeah, I had a
He
conference
got
for my
done,
job.
And he
Okay.
had this like 4 or 5 hour time frame before he had to get to the airport.
Mhm.
And he's like, I want to see New York City. So guess what we did?
You saw New York City.
Sprinted up Fifth Avenue, into Central Park, all around Central Park, down Broadway, down Avenue of the Americas, down.
By
You know-
the New York Public Library, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I could say
St. Patrick's
that I'm,
Cathedral.
wish I could say that I'm surprised by that, but I am 100% completely unsurprised by that. That definitely sounds like a Matt thing to
Did
do.
you
I
sleep
was
on
like,
the
what do
way
you want to
back?
see? What
And
do you
that's
wanna see? What do you
awesome.
want to see?
Did you sleep on the way back?
Oh, well, on the flight
plane?
back?
Yeah.
No.
Dude, I would have.
And that was like my second
In a
day
New York
there.
marathon?
And the rest of the trip, I
You're
had
like,
blisters all over my feet.
You're like, why'd I do that?
Why did I do that yesterday?
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to do that on this trip, guys.
Yeah.
Well, the last time
I do want to see a lot of stuff, but
when I went up there last year with Jeremy, we did 10 miles a day.
what are we doing? How long are we going to be there? 4
the
days?
12th through the 16th, I thought is what we decided on.
Which is what, 5 days, 4 days?
Yeah, 4.
Depends on when we
Yeah,
fly
4
on
nights.
12.
Yeah.
So I need you to cancel the room.
Yeah,
I'll
this is
take
what we were
care.
going to. I guess
Yeah.
we're going to do this now, but we have to
Just
have a
cancel
meeting
your
with
room.
you.
Okay. We'll talk about logistics afterwards. yeah.
Talk to my sister. You booked us in West Harlem.
That's the Upper West Side. That's not Harlem.
No. She goes, you're in Harlem.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of gentrified through there, but you probably won't want to be walking around there at night during the summer.
Okay.
So
And we're probably going to walk around at night.
I like to walk around New York at night. Jeremy and I went out super late night every night, so I like to walk around at night.
Yeah. I wasn't able to stay out late the first time I went.
I like to walk the streets at night. I like to go where eagles dare.
Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, so should we talk about our exchange of how I got the tickets first off?
yeah, because I was asleep during this whole thing and
Yeah,
got sucked into
I
it.
panicked. I didn't know what to do, so I was
You
just like, "Do
spoke
it,
for
go,
me.
go."
Yeah. Like, go ahead. Y'all explain it because I was asleep.
It's more him. He knows what happened than me.
I
I
woke
was
up-
just like, let's do this.
I woke up, started scrolling through my text message, and I had a mild heart attack.
I just bought a $350 ticket.
315, 315.
Yeah, I hope you take a payment plan.
I'm charging you 15% interest.
That
That's-
extra $35
okay, that's fine.
makes
That's
all
fine.
the difference.
You guys could have gone to
If we
El
could take a
Paso.
payment plan.
I mean,
Well, that was actually my first
planning a show
choice.
that night.
But yeah, Dustin has a gig that
oh, okay.
That's the
the
night
night before.
And I was talking about going to New York in April anyway, so
Yeah.
this gives me more time to save up and go on a better trip with
Yeah.
my broskies. Because I was going to go by myself.
So here's my experience of buying these tickets first off. Well, Ticketmaster was the official ticket seller. So whenever 11 o'clock hit, their East Coast's.
Did you go to the Ticketmaster or to Rage Against the Machine's website?
No, I went to Ticketmaster.
So the way to do it would have been gone to Rage Against the Machine's website.
No.
But I thought the minimum ticket was like $500 on their website
$150
for general admission.
all for charity.
Right.
$150.
Yeah, on
All for
Ticketmaster.
charity.
I'm still confused about.
On Ticketmaster, GA was I think 122, 125. That was before fees and all that. But they sold out like within the first 15 minutes, and the only seats left through Ticketmaster were like the 580 plus seats that also were for their charity organizations. So after nixing that, I decided to go to resellers. First, I tried the Madison Square Garden site, and then I did Vivid Seats, and I actually ended up getting us the seats from Vivid. From Vivid Seats for what it was the best. It was the best price for the section that we got it in.
So have you guys heard about all this fraud that's happened with these tickets? Like apparently, is Vivid a good company? Like reputable and stuff? You ever bought anything
I
from
mean,
them?
I've always liked their videos.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Vivid
"There's no way
Seats,
a
not
porn
Vivid
company-"
Video. Yeah.
But anyway,
Obvious.
yeah,
joke is obvious.
apparently there's been a lot of fraud. with
Shocking.
These, yeah, with these Rage Against the Machine tickets. So we need to. As long as I don't know. I've never heard of Vivid, but I hope they're real, man. What if we go all the way? Actually, it'd be cool if they're
I mean,
not.
Jenna
but-
Jameson put them on the map.
So this is the thing. Also, I also heard like, what are they gonna? Speaking of scalpers and stuff, and ticket these companies and stuff. Is there anything that can be done? Because I heard that something crazy like 70% of the Rage Against the Machine tickets were all bought by scalpers
The problem is that
and the resellers.
most of Ticketmaster Live Nation has bought most of the reselling outlets. Like,
So what can be done?
nothing. SeatGeek and what's the other one?
According to Tom Morello, they blocked 80% of the scalpers.
No,
sir.
they didn't.
That's what he said.
But SeatGeek and the other one, like, they were operating on their own for maybe a year, and then Ticketmaster Live Nation moved in and bought them out. And if you're building an app that gets you cheaper tickets or easier tickets, and Ticketmaster comes to you and goes, "Oh, we'll give you $20 million for your app." Out. Thank you. Done. All I need is 5 to live the rest of my life.
I don't know. It just seems like because I was thinking about this after I was like, man, that's a lot of. First of all, I don't care. I've never seen Rage Against the Machine. I've never been to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
I've never
same
been to
here.
New York, so I'm ready.
So I got to look
I don't
it
give
up.
a damn.
You know the most I've ever paid for Rage Against the Machine, not counting the U2 ticket,
How much?
$25.
So here's my point, though. What I started thinking about, I
With
was like, this is a
Wu-Tang.
ripoff. How can this be combated? Like, is there anything that can be done about these tickets? Pearl Jam's been fighting this battle since 10.
Yeah,
or
since
Versus.
90
Since Versus.
It was versus
93.
Yeah.
93.
And so, like, what can be done?
I
Is
don't-
there any solution?
The thing would to be stop going to the shows, but people are going to go see bands no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, look. The thing that blew my mind the most was when Adele was here last time. She did 2 nights, and to even get in the building was about $750.
Whoa.
To sit down
Damn.
low was anywhere between $3,000 and
Like,
$5,000.
what if they did
And
complete?
people bought them.
What if they did
people
this?
were buying them.
What if
Wow.
they did complete verification? You could only buy 1 ticket per person.
See, and that's part of the issue that I
Like you
had with
and you had to
Ticketmaster.
verify your identity. You had to verify your identity somehow. That was foolproof. Is that the way you beat it?
The only person that I know that has had any semblance of beating it, well, there's 2. Billy Joel. He plays a show once a month at Madison Square Garden, and he said he would do that the rest of his life until it didn't sell out. Scalpers don't go hit those tickets anymore because he's going to be there next
the
month.
value drops.
And he's going to be there next month. And he's going to be there
Mhm.
next month. So there's no point in them loading up on those tickets and trying to
Yeah.
resell them.
There's no
The other
scarcity
person
there.
Is when Garth Brooks came to Dallas, he's like, all right, I'm going to play 6 nights here. Those sell
Like
out. And he
small
goes,
little
you know
residencies.
what? Well, I'm also going to add a later show. So I'm playing 12 shows in this city. And Scalper's like, I can't compete with that. You can't compete with when shit like that happens.
Yeah, Rage actually added a 3rd night in New York. They only were supposed to play 2.
And the reason these are through the roof is because they haven't done a show in, 12 years?
Yeah,
They haven't
like
done a arena
11
show.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Morello's
Level 3.
what Josh and I were talking about. His little explanation makes no sense at
Stupid.
all.
Worst.
It's like he's becoming more like Bernie Sanders every day. His math doesn't.
He's a Bernie guy.
Yeah, you can tell because his numbers don't work.
Well, like,
Goddamn
and,
socialist.
and I feel bad for even bringing this up, but the way you brought up, like, how can we stop the ticket scalping thing? It's a lot like health insurance if you think about it and break it down, man. And I'm not gonna go into all of that with you, but that's the same issue.
I
It's-
asked Will to go up with us because he really wanted to see Rage, but he got
Will
tickets.
Doomke?
Yeah, he got tickets for Portland, and I asked Jeremy to meet us up there. So we'll see if he does it.
I hope you guys have a blast, and
Yeah,
I,
for
I
sure.
hope there's nothing left of Madison Square Garden when they're done.
Have you ever been
Shit.
there?
No, never.
So my first time going in there was this last trip I did with Jeremy. We went and watched a Rangers Penguins game,
Oh, nice.
and
Legit.
it's different because instead of walking in and every arena here, you walk in, you go down, or you go up to your seats.
Mm-hmm.
This, to get to rink level, you have to go up like 5 stories, and then you're rink level, and then you go even higher to get to if you have upper seats. It's up in the air.
Wow.
Damn.
And that kind of blows my mind. I was like, I wasn't expecting this. Like, you go up to get to the floor.
Well, it's been that some semblance of that arena has been around for years
Yeah.
and years.
Which, when I got to think about it, it makes sense because Penn Station's underneath it. So you have all the trains and subways running right underneath it,
Yeah.
So
right beside it.
I guess the one thing we got to look out for then before this show is the coronavirus. Hopefully it'll be done peaking.
Yeah, hopefully
and
it'll be
done.
old news by the
I'm
time.
gonna tell
It's
you
6
what.
months away. So.
A couple of years ago, I was up there during the big bed bug scare.
Bed bug scare. What?
New York, Manhattan had a giant.
Was there 1,700 people that had
No,
died from that?
You walked down almost every street, and there were mattresses and blankets and
A lot of
pillows
DNA?
all along the streets to get picked up.
Did you take the black light out and look at those mattresses?
I survived.
Hmm.
I think we can survive coronavirus.
Covered in DNA on your face.
Are you marginalizing coronavirus?
No, because I went down the wormhole you talked about last show, and that scared the shit.
Did you see
out
that
of
the
me.
director of the hospital in Wuhan or whatever
Died.
today?
Yeah.
Dude,
That shit where they're showing people just fall
They're
down on the
saying-
street and start shaking freaked me
they're saying
out.
that the number that's being given out by the Chinese, I don't know how far down the one, because do you do conspiracies on Reddit or does that freak you out too much?
Some of them are just stupid. And I got
Some of
bored
them
with
are.
it.
But there's a lot of people now from China that are saying it's not 1,700 total, it's 1,700 per day. And
Well,
the
they-
way that the governments across the globe are reacting makes you think that this might be back post World War One when the flu killed what was it, some 20 million people or some shit like that.
Well, they're also
like-
wondering if it has a lot to do with a person's DNA and what their DNA is
Yeah,
consistent of, where they've come from.
I've also heard men are more
part of-
susceptible to it.
Oh, great.
Wonderful. So, and I've also heard
Just like
it's been
prostate
designed.
cancer.
I've heard the government designed this in China
I heard it was
like a weapon.
It was released. The bad thing is, if you get on Twitter, there's 2 accounts I was looking at, and they show videos of people deliberately spreading it, deliberately walking up to people and coughing on people, or
Yeah.
in a hospital just walking around grabbing people's masks and pulling
Dude,
them off and coughing in their
Did you
face.
see those videos
I
of the
was like,
people?
what the hell
Shit.
is
I think
that?
I don't think that is people doing it. I think that's people doing that out of pissed offness about the reaction by the government. I think they're doing it. You're here to help us. Well, guess what? You're fucking us. Is what I think's going on.
I don't know.
It's
That's
anger.
still
It's
fucked
public
up.
anger is
You don't
what I'm
do
saying.
that. That's still scary
You don't.
as shit.
But did you see the ones where they were fucking boarding up and drilling in people in the buildings? They're like taking in these welding and drilling
Welding the
in
doors
doors
shut
so
so they
people
couldn't get
couldn't
out.
leave.
Oh, I thought you meant actually drilling people. I was gonna say, what the?
Did you
why
see?
the? Why
have
would
you
anybody
seen the
do
video?
that?
There's one floating around, and it's shown up several places, but it's an Olympic-sized swimming pool at some like YMCA type place, and it would be YMCC, wouldn't it? United Christian Men of China.
Or YBCC.
There you go.
Yeah, Buddhist.
NAMB.
But anyway, it's an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and there are just people in there flopping around, doing the shaking thing,
I haven't
laying
seen
in
that,
the
dude.
pool, and they're just throwing people in there that are doing the shaking.
that are dying or dead.
Basically, yeah, because they say once you start having that, they call it the Parkinson's
zombie part?
shake,
Or tremors. Yeah.
the tremors. But once you have that, you're done, and usually like after an hour or so of shaking, you're done. You're dead.
Damn.
And they're talking about those.
What if this is China's reaction to?
those satellite photos of the burning? They think they're just burning bodies like crazy.
Yeah, I've heard
As
heard
the
that
type
too.
Of gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know this Lysol
And
that
this is why I don't
that
make
they're
fun of
shooting
it,
everywhere.
ever.
That this Lysol cannons that they're shooting, is that Lysol, or is that
That's weird.
is that
too.
a gas that's taking people out?
It's China.
It is China. You do have no idea.
They spent
Hurrah.
decades killing people's firstborns because they were girls.
Or
Yeah.
euthanasia.
Yeah, they don't care.
I think that's when you're dying. This is population
That's
control,
another
right?
Megadeth album.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, spelled differently, but yes.
Throwing daggers.
No, that was on Countdown to Extinction.
Throwing Daggers
No,
wasn't on
Throwing
Countdown.
Daggers is our song. Sweating Bullets is on Countdown to Extinction.
You weren't here yet.
Correct.
You weren't here yet, but we were rewriting all y'all's songs to be
Megadeth songs.
Megadeth songs.
Oh, that's
All right.
hilarious, man.
So, getting back to
It wasn't that
coronavirus, what
You
point?
laughed.
What point is it for you that you start to go, okay, this is a little bit weird?
when they start naming it Miller Lite virus.
Okay, I was trying to actually have a real conversation here, but if
Okay.
we want to
Well-
make jokes, y'all want to make some jokes real quick?
My joke was about Fat Tire, but he stole it from me. When it becomes Fat Tire virus.
I have a spare. I don't need to steal yours.
What is the difference between an actor and a rodent that is burnt?
I don't know. What is it?
One is named Chris Pratt. The other one is a crisp rat.
What's great about a married woman? She has to go home.
What do you call a chameleon who cannot change color?
What just happened?
I guess we're gonna do coronavirus joke session.
What is it, Josh?
I don't know, Josh. What is it?
What is it?
A reptile dysfunction.
Oh, that's right. You told this one at rehearsal the other day. Okay, so
What do you say when your dog runs away? Dustin knows the answer to this.
You shoot it in the back?
No,
say come here? Come here, bitch.
doggone.
Oh,
Doggone. Why'd the monkey follow the tree?
I don't know.
Because it was dead.
thought you were gonna
How
say
do you-
something about Stubbs' golden retriever when he was a kid.
How do you keep a prostitute from getting away?
Oh.
Crawling away.
Shoot her twice in the back. I know this one already.
Crawling away.
What is it
Okay.
called when two mummies fart at the same time?
What?
Tutankhamun.
Oh,
Yes.
Go ahead. We cannot end the show without you telling the joke. What this is all leading up to. The blind man.
oh.
Are we finishing the show now?
I think we should. Yeah.
Are y'all done? Do y'all have
It's
a show?
night time.
I'll say it at the very end of the show. What? Y'all got a show on Friday night at Mass?
Yes, we do.
Correct.
Who's all on it?
We got Chansey from Dallas, whom
Spare.
dude, you gotta see them. They're
They
really
are-
good.
They are
Chanty's
really good.
cool. Chanty
Yeah.
is cool.
And then we've got
My neighbors, Bruce Magnus.
Bruce-
Fucking
Fine.
sucks.
Spares.
Stupid.
They won't even look me in the eye now after they came on our show.
They know you're a serial killer.
Yeah, because we told them.
uh,
I really do have a feeling they sit over there with their blinds open just watching you going, what is he up to now?
yeah.
No, that's what Stubbs said he would do if he lived across the street from me.
Why do all these kids keep going in the shed but they never come out?
Insulation.
Oh, man, God.
And then Pablo and the Hemp 7.
Suck.
Bear. What have they ever done?
Shit, they've been around for 20 years.
We're
almost.
totally
They have.
joking,
No,
Thomas.
no,
We're joking.
Yeah.
You don't need to start a civil war.
No, I'm
I haven't
not.
seen
We don't
Pablo
need
in a
7
while.
bands trying to beat us up.
and then us.
Are there
Yeah.
are there free hula hoops there if Pablo's playing? Are they going to have them?
I don't know.
Or do we need to bring them?
Shelly's cousin's husband is one of their guitarists.
don't
Stefan.
care.
Stefan.
Is Matt playing with them?
Matt Hembry, I think he's still their bassist, yeah.
Is he going to play with them this
Dude,
year?
I haven't seen him since
As far as I know.
I'd like to see him.
Henry the Archer days.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him
When
once.
he was still their bassist, yeah.
I think I've seen him once.
I've seen him once since maybe a couple. Twice,
Shit, I think
yeah.
I've talked to Richard once since then.
When was the last time you saw Chansey?
Me?
No, Dustin.
Or Dustin.
I don't know. 6 months ago, maybe. I don't
Okay,
know,
I
something
wonder
like
if
that.
they had their new guitarist.
They didn't.
They didn't.
Not
Who's their
6
new
months ago.
guitarist?
Steve Vai.
No, it's just
Stevie
they
Ray
added
Vaughan?
a guitar player, and they have like completely upped their game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh
the-
yeah,
Evolved, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those things where they were already really good, and then they added another guitarist who can also sing, and suddenly was like,
And
like,
took
oh,
the Tom
you guys-
Morello masterclass.
It's like, oh, you guys, it's like you guys have
Look at this.
leveled up. Okay, cool.
It's a Tom Morello masterclass, man.
So yeah, no, that it's definitely going to be a
It's a
fun
very
show.
eccentric night. It's gonna be fun. There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
For sure.
Are y'all headlining? Are y'all Fort Worth headlining your
We are-
release show?
Yep.
We
We're
are head-
actually headlining.
We're headlining the show.
All right, cool.
Slow clap.
Yeah, this isn't the Confounded.
No, because it's kind of cool that I mean, all respects to Pablo, I would put them at the top because they've been around forever
So-
and they party forever.
Why didn't
Well,
y'all get
they
the
will play
spectacle
forever,
to
so-
open up for y'all?
I don't think that would be a good mix of bands on that show, genre-wise. It just doesn't quite work out. Sorry.
Whatever. I mean,
I was wondering what that was.
And now I am totally
not to hurt
heading-
my feelings. I mean, there's a lot of other bills that have done it in the past that are cool and eccentric.
Yeah,
like that,
you
but-
told me verbatim. Okay, well, let me know the next time you actually want a decent
remember
crowd.
He was
That's-
like,
that is what I said.
let us
Be
know
a
when you want a
smartass.
decent crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you
I mean,
do.
the last time we played
since
Mass,
he's
it
being a
was just like
smartass,
150
since he's
people
being a
showed up, so-
smartass, book another show at the Peppermill Lounge and invite Spectacle.
No. Spectacle wants to play Peppermill, and we're
I
gonna
think you
bring
should.
like 40 cameras and shoot it for a music
Oh,
video for
yeah, I
this
was
new
gonna
record.
say,
That would be
that-
awesome.
Bring cameras.
Yeah.
You guys really want to play the Peppermill? Because I mean,
Oh, I talked to the guys about it, and I sent them pictures, and they're like, "No, we need to shoot a fucking video in that room.
we
'Cause
haven't
It's just crazy."
we haven't played there in
a year.
it's been a year.
You know
May
what?
was the last time we played there. May last year.
Forgot about it. One thing we didn't talk about was this music video y'all just put out.
Oh,
Oh,
go
yeah.
go for it, dude.
I thought we
so
did
y'all-
talk about it some.
We totally did not.
We didn't
Totally
get
did
into
not.
it. So it's for the first single.
Correct.
Yeah.
Uh,
Am I getting to you?
it's y'all's first video as Josh and the Jet Noise. That's a full like
Yeah.
storyboarded video. And
Yes.
everything, right?
Right.
So how was that
Dude,
shooting that?
thought it was fun.
Yeah.
How long did it take?
So our portion of it was literally like an hour and a half and done. And
so nice.
Yep.
and-
My
and-
dog Shiner's in it too, our mascot.
Yeah, I
And-
saw that.
and the storyboard part
We weren't involved with the director did
at
all that.
Like we had discussions with Carlos about the song and
So
kinda
with that
what-
storyboard, are these two together? Are they just friends? Are they lovers? What happened once it faded to black?
So the whole point of the song is, I mean, you can hear it in the title, right? Like, am I getting to? It's that part of the relationship where
There's a lot of balls going into holes.
it's well,
Indeed.
and there
I
are.
mean, technically,
I hadn't thought of that, but that
Yeah.
part of the relationship where you realize, okay, you're starting to get on my nerves a little bit, and it's really starting to bug me.
things that I thought were cute and endearing are not so cute. And
so get the hell out of my house.
So basically, when
Don't beat me at pool.
we were sitting there going, okay, can you make this to where it's I think Chris put it right. He said like happy but not happy ending, I guess. Is
Yeah,
what you yeah.
basically.
Yeah, because you just kind of wonder, like, okay, so I just watched them play pool for a while, but I don't know what happened with them.
Exactly.
Like, I
and
don't
that's
know.
the and that's
This is very
and that's the and that's
inconclusive.
and that's the whole point, because you're at that point of the relationship where you either you either decide, yeah, your quirks, even though they're pissing me off a little bit, are worth living with, and you slide back into the yep, I'm in love stage, I'm good, or you move on to the we're done and we just don't quite know it yet stage. So
To bring it back around, originally there was supposed to be some roller skating in this, but that got tossed to the side.
true.
Dang.
Accurate statement. That
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The next video should be at a roller rink.
That was pitched.
that
And
was
you guys playing in the middle as people are skating around.
That
Again,
was-
that was also pitched.
that was
Yes.
literally one of the ideas that
shot down.
Man,
Yeah.
Matt, did you ever play roller rink?
No, I never.
Roller rink.
Yeah, did you ever do a roller rink? Play
Yeah.
a show at a roller rink?
Oh no,
I
I've
played
never
one
played
show
rock
at a roller rink.
I played one show at a roller rink. It was
Yeah.
kind of fun.
I used to
we didn't play
skateboard
on the
at 'em.
floor. We played it. They had a stage.
They had a
set up.
stage. Did you play at the same place I did?
Hearst Skateland?
No, it's the one that was over across from Shannon Center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I-
holiday.
Yeah, Holiday Skating Rink.
I
yeah.
saw shows there, but I never played there.
I played one show just because I knew the band. There were a bunch of former students. They're like, come and sit in with us. And so I was like, all right.
Fine.
That's an ag barn now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agriculture.
Yeah,
yeah.
agriculture.
That's pretty
Center.
crazy, pretty funny. Yeah. So that's cool. Got that first video out there.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a fun experience, and the reaction that people have been
Y'all live shot it.
Yeah.
I joined in as I'm driving down 121 in bumper to bumper traffic, trying to watch it on my way to the Star. I was like, okay,
so
a lot of pool. I'm not gonna hit anybody. A lot of pool. Hey, look, they're playing. There's Shiner.
Yep.
Of course. Goddamn dog. Okay.
well, and what was kind of cool was that I mean we know that the level that we are at total number of fans wise is we're not Mean Motor Scooter, let's put it that way. So
No one's Mean Motor Scooter.
No.
accurate.
Mean Motor Scooter's not even Mean Motor Scooter.
So the
They
fact
wear masks.
You might be correct.
We need to pull them all off.
the fact that
We're going
we
with
actually
it.
had like
Down
20
kids.
plus people in the live premiere of the video with us was actually kind of one of those things like
It cracked me up
that's
during the
kinda cool.
countdown.
oh,
And
that
everybody
was,
going, man, this video's amazing. Everybody being a smartass during that countdown had me laughing.
Well,
I totally missed it. I was in a meeting.
One
at
of
work.
them was like, "Man, I really dig this sound you guys are going for now."
That cracked me up too. Y'all's new sound's awesome.
I was like, oh gosh, shut up.
Come on.
But yeah, no, that was that because it was the first time we'd ever done the live premiere on YouTube. I didn't realize that there was a secondary countdown,
We did that once on this.
and it was just
I
like
was like, what is this? Like, it confused me. I was like, I'm seeing, what is going on?
I was like, oh, this is what's happening.
I want to start the show.
And yeah, everybody just talking shit about it was I mean, I'm sitting at my computer at home just dying laughing once I it's 2 seconds in and I realize what's happening. It's like, oh god,
I loved
here it
the
comes.
I loved the comments of people like, "I wore pants for this." And then someone was like, "Pants adjacent."
I
over
missed out
here."
on all of this.
It was really funny.
Yeah, I was wondering, so how y'all weren't all sitting together watching the replies and
No,
stuff?
I was actually doing laundry while I was about to premiere.
Isn't that strange? Like,
It really is.
like I mean, some people rent out the Post and have hot dogs named after them to show a music video.
Correct.
You guys are doing laundry and you're in a business meeting of some sort, and we're gonna premiere a video on YouTube. See what happens.
Yeah, let's see
Pretty
what
much.
happens.
yeah.
And
The world we live in and the
Yeah.
way that works now.
It's
crazy.
It's crazy.
but yeah, it was really good fun. And again, we have to give Carlos, the guy who shot the video, all the credit in the world, because he made us look better than we had any right to,
Yeah, y'all actually looked respectable on it.
which is
It's like,
completely
damn, these
unlike
guys
us.
look clean.
Yeah, we actually looked like we knew what the fuck we were
Disease-free.
doing,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, everything's synced up. Looked like y'all knew what y'all were playing.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
You're all twirling drumsticks. Look at me. Let's
So
play some stuff. Bam.
I'm
So-
Lars Ulrich.
funny thing about that shot, I was between takes, I was just randomly doing it because nervous energy, and he's like, keep doing that. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm getting B-roll. I'm like, oh god damn it. Okay.
And you knew it was going in.
Oh yeah,
right?
no.
You're
The
like,
the second he said,
"Oh,
"Oh, keep,"
stick roll."
the second he said, "Keep doing that so I can get some." Okay, cool. Not the worst thing ever, but
Well, good job. Good job. Good job. I liked his colorization.
yeah, it was really
It looked
sharp.
good.
Yeah, he
Looked good.
tried to match the colors that we used on our album art.
You have album art?
Yeah, we
Is
do.
this something we can look at tonight?
Hold,
and
touch.
We
Look
already
at, squeeze.
we already covered
Love.
this. No
Yeah.
pun
To my
intended.
chest.
Yeah, sorry that I left them in the other car.
Oh
My
well,
bad.
we'll see it Friday.
You will see it Friday
Friday.
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 Mhm.
Mass
at Mass.
show starts at what time?
Doors at 7, music
First-
is at 8, $10 cover, 18 plus. Bring your friends. We would love to see all your lovely faces.
Yes, yes, indeed.
And Matt says, Stubbs says, if you don't come to see this show, you should probably just die. Is that what you said?
If
in
you
the
don't,
Tool?
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Tool live, just kill
If you
yourself.
Yeah, that's what it is. If you haven't been to a Josh
Josh
and
and
Jet
Jet Noise
Noise album release party, you should
Please
probably just kill yourself.
Don't do that. No,
No,
no.
definitely do not.
What do you do if you wake up the next
Yeah.
morning and a bunch of people?
Suicide
No,
is not
mass
a joke.
suicide.
Please
because-
don't
No.
do that. We need you to come and spend money. No.
Yeah.
Whoa!
We actually
Greed takes over.
not only do we have CDs, we have brand new shirts too.
Yep.
So
Oh, do we have any those?
Do I get a freebie?
Can we? Can we show
Everybody
these
hooks
to the
us up
camera?
with
Everybody
shirts.
wants to see.
Something
the-
that they can hold and touch and squeeze, Chris.
Yeah,
squeeze?
funny thing, they're in the
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
the drummer
that's what happens.
the drummer fucked up. Is pretty much what this gets down to.
That car is
Yep.
going to be stolen when he gets home,
Yeah,
probably.
Get home and all the
God.
merch is gone.
Don't
No.
put that out there in the universe, Josh.
I was watching you guys
sorry.
on YouTube and I ran over to Chris's house. And
Albums are on eBay for like $500 a pop. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
That was-
well.
that
Well,
would
it's
be
been fun,
ridiculous.
guys. Glad you guys came in. Looking forward to this.
Yes,
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
indeed.
Good to see you guys again.
You'll have to come in when y'all record Gold.
That'll be about like 2 years from now.
Luck having it.
I'm actually glad that you guys actually had your own questions this time, so that was cool.
Well,
They didn't have a choice.
they
They didn't have anyone to copy off
Y'all
of.
didn't get to go to Funky Town Podcast
Accurate.
first because, well, they're done.
Yep.
They are.
They
Yeah.
are.
Y'all gonna go on Fort Worth Famous?
I mean, if
That's the next stepping stone
Do
right
they
there.
do?
They're gonna be on my
Yes.
show first.
We were their first guest last week.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I tell you what, if Susie and Ivy ask us to go on the show, we will definitely go on the show.
Oh, they
Yeah.
love me. I know they want us
Oh
on.
my God!
Whoa.
They love you, huh?
Listen to that ego.
Look at that head
They
inflate.
said it on their show.
Well, he's the best bass player in
Yeah,
the world.
he is.
So,
When-
Yeah, that's fair.
I wrote you in several times on the Central Track ballot.
For what?
Bass
Best
player.
bassist?
What do you think he wrote you in for?
Best drummer. Best keyboard player.
Well,
Best
thanks. I
vocalist?
appreciate it. I had
best
no idea.
vocalist, yeah. For
I had
sure.
no idea.
Yeah. When is your show coming back?
Hopefully next month. We're finishing up the drywall. Not this weekend, but next.
You know, you gave us that one teaser show, what, like 6 months ago? We're like,
It was
We're
longer
gonna-
ago than that.
we're going to start doing this every once in a while, and then nothing.
Well, technically, every once in a while is pretty much the thing.
Yeah,
so
it's
if-
subjective.
it's very much a
It is
subjective
subjective.
measure.
But it was funny because that show was like just putting on a glove or your underwear or whatever. It was just like, oh, yeah, this is what it was like.
Yeah.
I remember this.
And even if I did have stuff ready, Kenneth has the flu, so gotta
Oh,
wait for him to get
coronavirus?
better. No, the flu.
All right.
All right. We're out of here.
Yes.
We done? What are we
Yeah, we're
watching?
done.
What are you doing?
That's
You're watching
called a
yourself
time
do
delay.
karate. We have a 30-second time delay with YouTube.
If you go to like 2 hours and 18, I keep doing it. I'm like,
220. Oh, you do?
Ah,
All right. Well, Josh and the Jet Noise, joshandjetnoise.com.
Instagram,
Instagram,
Facebook,
Facebook.
Twitter, the whole nine. We're pretty much everywhere.
Is the album going to be digitally
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
on Friday?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Literally every digital platform that you can think of, it will
We
be
got
on.
California peeps wondering.
And then we will have physical copies as well. And the physical copies will also be available via our website as of Friday.
Well, I'll expect a vinyl on Friday.
And Stubbs cracking himself.
All right,
up.
we're out of here. Later.
Later.
Peace out, y'all.
Repents.
I'm going to watch that all day tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what a fun show.
That was pretty
Karate
That was fun.
Best ever. Best ever?
All right. Whoa, I don't know about that. We will stop